Oh.
Yeah, so I DC raided us, and I, let no good raid go unpunished. So we're going live early. Haha. And welcome, raiders and people who normally come to see me. You have just found Bad Science Sunday, where we take a comedic approach to debunking science misinformation. And oh wait, I have new
Okay,
things
sorry.
today.
That was my bad. My bad. Sorry.
You're bad. All right. Well, don't be bad. So today, and I am forgetting where all my things are. We're going to figure it out together. Today we have DC.
Hello.
Woo!
DC. I am so excited. And I was saying, I was like, I'm going to fangirl for a little bit because I am so excited. I love you so much. And I do, because like you're like kind of like life goals, right? DC has a huge crowd of like, what, you 8? Are you at 9,000 subs yet?
I'm close. I'm not at 9,000 yet.
Yeah,
I'm
we gotta get DC to 9,000. She deserves to be at 10. Like I am so going to be in the chat cheering on with my money when you hit 10K, because you deserve it. DC is an amazing creator and who loves to give back to other channels, so much so that she helped us hit our 1,000 sub goal, which, like, holy shit. Wait, is that no? And man, that was a hard hill. I just say it. God.
Yeah, no, YouTube was almost as annoying about hitting 1K as they were about, but not quite as annoying as they were about allowing us to have more than 200 members.
Yeah, that
they're like, no.
Not quite as annoying as the 200 thing, but annoying to be sure. So yeah, I Dr. T, happy streamiversary.
Yeah,
that happened at some point this week.
Apparently, I just learned. You know how I learned it?
For me saying it right now?
No, that's not how I learned.
Oh, I can't imagine how else you would have learned that. So we're just going to not
out I can educate you.
How did you learn?
When you're a member on this particular channel for more than 1 year, you get a new icon. And this is the icon. It's a magnet. It's a magnet. Why are you? I forgot my microphone was over here.
Oh, is that why you sound like that? I was like, is something wrong with my headphones? Like, this is weird.
No, it was me. I forgot because I was talking on Discord all day, so I thought it was this mic. It's not this mic. It's this mic.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I do want to, though. Well, you know what? Austin Sims is thoroughly enjoyed by this.
Love it.
Well,
so
know why?
You know what?
Everybody enjoys my suffering. Watch the weasel writhe in pain.
I am sure that's not true.
Have you read the chat?
No, I never do that.
Give me a TLDR. Give me a snark notes on why you have a blood feud with the magnets, because I'm sure that some of my chat has no idea when this started.
I'm a physicist.
No, like it started in the beginning, right? There was Adam, there was Eve, and there were magnets coming for his goddamn neck.
You're damn right. Okay?
It was in the beginning.
Magnets are evil, satanic beings. Okay, magnets. The magnetic field isn't even a vector. Okay, it's a pseudo vector. What does that mean? It's.
All right, so sometimes we have to do this, and because we're in Streamlab and not EVMux as normal, I don't get to do my stop it. Get some help. So I have to figure out how to add that to this, but instead we're going to take deep breaths. And hey, guys, look what I did here. Because we're going to be talking about pyramid schemes, I am in Pyramidlandia.
I love it. It's incredible. I am so
yeah.
impressed. The attention to detail. Like I'm so happy to be looking at pyramids all stream long.
Pyramid Landia.
Oh, Pyramidlandia.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I love it.
It's where we be.
Oh my God, Dr. Tap is pouting.
He's mad about magnets.
I have a lot of respect for time symmetry.
Oh.
So, okay. The reason so Austin Sims today reminded Ian Shin that I am a thing, which I am excited about because I would love to see you and Ian Shin geek out for like 2 solid hours. So I have no idea how to.
We need to get Ian Chen on this show.
Oh my God. I can't imagine how you have gotten that idea. So there's people out there who can, I have no idea how to make that happen, but if there are people out there, like that needs to happen this year. And you know, Austin, to thank you for your efforts. I would also like to invite you in here one day. But we're not going to talk about that now because fucking DC is here. Holy shit. Like, what the hell? And
what a warm welcome. I'm feeling it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, I mean, seriously, my whole channel, okay, so it was a little self-serving at the beginning. I was going through a divorce and I just needed to feel loved, like, or anything positive at all. I don't know if if there's anybody out there that's ever gone through a divorce, you know how I feel or how I felt. And what I love about this community is, like, we love hard and we hold people's feet to the fire hard. So we are dedicated to being a positive, affirming community. And if you're not that, we will educate you, but you don't get to be a bigot and just like roam around the community like you're not one. So all that aside, everybody here, very loving, very, very affirming, very. Oh God, thank you, Dr. T. Dr. T has gifted himself 5 more cult members, and those went to Jake. Insert clever dapper dino joke here. Nelson, Amy. No, not Amy. But hey, Amy. Joni, Robert Madewell, Tyler West, Julie McGuire. Welcome, new cultists. Please enjoy your tapioca weasels, your nitties, and vaginas. Al, if you're out there, if you would like to share the bingo link, and I'll pin it to the top. Amy got one earlier. Well, Amy is like a double bandit. I don't know.
She didn't get one this time.
Okay, did she not?
She got one.
Oh, no. I said I didn't. Yeah. Oh, I said it wasn't Amy, but welcome, Amy. And then, yeah, Al, I guess he was like, yeah, no, Amy got hers earlier, but still welcome. And please, Amy, enjoy your tapioca weasels, nitties, and vaginas. Yes, we have everything here. So if you have not been here, well, if you've been here between 6 months and a year, you get ass with panties because we're badass here.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, we also have a bag of dicks and lips if you're between 1 and 12 months. We have lips for you. Mwah.
And the best weasel emoji that I can imagine. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and then we have titties, but we're not allowed to say titties, so we have nitties.
Nice. And when you decide to support the channel for 12 months, you get an incredible, shiny,
you know what?
Durable magnet.
Deep breaths. God damn it.
Okay, hold on. BRB Drano.
Deep. Go deep, doctor.
I don't even have the responsibility of pressing play tonight.
For fuck's sake. Enjoy my nitties.
I'm going to wear my fake lab coat.
All right. So, DC, we are, what are you known for? What is it you do? What's your ish? What do you main?
So I was in 2 MLMs and I call myself an MLM dropout because people in MLMs are always kind of like using the ad hominem of like, oh my God, you just couldn't last in the business. And so But my main deal is
Apparently not. Sorry.
but my main deal is multi-level marketing and how it's an unethical business model and kind of cult tactics that are used inside that organization. There's other ones, obviously, straight up cults, but a lot of people describe MLMs as commercial cults. And so anything unethical is like open season over here on my channel. So
same. So yeah, I know this isn't like science, but it still goes to our I don't know, mission, if you will. Not that we have one officially, but of educating people on misinformation and promoting critical thinking.
Yeah. So, and actually in MLMs, there's a lot of science fuckery. Oh, I didn't mean to cuss. Am I okay to cuss? We're good?
Yeah, totally fine.
Love that shit.
Okay. So there's a lot of science misinformation within MLMs, and they use that misinformation to get people to buy more products or to buy into the company in general. So the health and wellness MLM, like Healthscape, is filled with that. So I know y'all debunk science shit, and so that definitely is something that happens. And Amy, who just got her master's of science, is kind of our
like last
chief
week,
science advisor over on our channel. So we we have a lot of fun, and we rage a lot too.
Yeah, no, we've been known to, if you need a tangent on topic, like we are all about that. And also, I noticed that you've been dabbling a bit in philosophy, specifically. God, what do you? Oh my God, I can't think. Logical fallacies.
Yep.
So feel like our everybody over here, most people here are part of the skeptic community. So they, you know, a lot of people rail against like the Kent Hovind types, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with Matt Powell, but people who like to use science misinformation to prop up their misconceptions of what the Bible actually says. So logical fallacies get thrown around a lot. So, you know, a big one is God of the gaps. You know, we don't know, they're for God.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it's rough.
Moving the goalpost and appeal to authority, like a lot of the ones that I'm sure get, you know. And so I'm assuming your soundboard or whatever you use probably doesn't work over here, which I love, because she'll actually say, okay, it's this fallacy. And then she has like a board that pops up and like, this is moving the goalpost. And then it gets a whole definition. And I'm like, I am so here for that.
I do love that. And I think when I was first in multi-level marketing, like I didn't get everything that they were laying down. And I was like, this doesn't sound right. And then they'd gaslight you. And so that kind of, I don't know, breaking apart the videos or the pitches or whatever and looking at it from a logical fallacy perspective helps, and looking at it from a science misinformation perspective helps, and looking at it from violations of Section 5 of the FTC Act, the Federal Trade Commission. Like, so breaking it down helps people get outside charisma and get outside of whatever the authority, and like putting people up on an altar of, you know,
a cult personality.
Cult, yes, exactly. Yep. Sure thing.
Yeah, so you introduced me to Bomb Party, which was new news to me.
Oh yeah, Bomb Party is so it's so stupid, but it's so wild, and rest in peace as Bomb Party, because TikTok's off the table. And
I was wondering about that, because like I really had to look into Bomb Party, and I'm like, all right. And so for anybody of you who have no idea what Bomb Party is, it is where like an owner of a company strapped a bag of nickels to his ass, jumped back to 1975, and just like raided a candy ball machine from, you know, somebody's boardwalk, and then jumped back over into 2024 and started selling these things that you could have gotten for 5 cents out of a gumball machine for $20.
Yeah, I mean, 5 cents is pretty generous in my opinion. The live chat's telling me TikTok's back temporarily, so like They've been panicking for what, 12 hours, and now they're
10 days.
10 days. Oh, 10 days, 10
No
days.
panic. Yeah, no, they've been concerned ever since it passed. But for the past 10 days, they've been scheming. It has been hilarious. I've been loving life. But yeah.
And so the reps, because they've been panicking, are streaming for 3, 6, 9+ hours. The ones that don't normally stream that, but basically they set up their TikTok live, and then they will boil surprise jewelry, meaning they have hot water, they put the bath bomb in, and inside the bath bomb is one of the ugliest ass pieces of jewelry that you've probably ever seen, but everyone's so excited to get it.
If you got confused, yes, we went from talking about jewelry to talking about jewelry encased in a thing that you drop into water.
Well, we haven't gotten there yet. Wait for it. Wait for it.
We did get there.
No, we didn't. She's talking about what they do. But all right, let's talk about what the jewelry is.
It's like a resin pour. It's
so
like
if you go online and you look for it, you'll find a site, and it'll show you all the jewelry that you could have, but you can't get it online. You can connect yourself to a rep online, and each rep has different items. And so if there are items that you like, you can solicit that rep and say, hey,
we have items you like.
If you see items you like on a rep's page, you can go to that rep and say, hey, I would like to purchase, however many items from you. Yeah. And then you purchase the items sight unseen.
Yes.
And you don't even get to open them.
And you don't even get to open them. No. You don't even get the dopamine hit of getting something in the mail and then fizzing it yourself. They do it for you. And
online. And this is why she was talking about TikTok. Whenever you can go online and see when the reps are doing their next live stream and where. And then they will call your name. They'll display a bunch of bombs, and you get to say, oh, I want 1 and 3, or 2 and 5, whatever. She will drop it into water for you, let it dissolve, bring it up, and then show you the monstrosity that you can receive in the mail within the next week.
And the wild thing is, so let's say you buy the ring for $19.95. That's the non-sterling silver. The sterling silver ones are like $36. So they take the ring out, they unwrap it, they read the name, and they say MSRP $200 or MSRP $160. And they won't say it like that, because when I first started watching, I thought they were saying metal types. So they were saying like hematite 168, or they were saying hematite like 112. And I'm like, I don't remember metal having like specific fun little numbers. So I was typing that in, and then I realized, oh my God, they're reading an MSRP. There's no way on God's green earth that any jeweler or anybody on anywhere would buy it for anywhere close to the MSRP. It's just bizarre. It's so bizarre.
It is. And like when I was looking into it, like I had no idea the anti-MLM. It's just like, no, this is a thing that DC does, because what just happened?
I don't know, but probably you should blame it on the weasel.
Yeah. Wait, did you do something? Did you actually do something?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I didn't. But I want to.
I was like, did you touch something? Because touching shit is so totally something you would do. Oh, Porpoise said it was magnets. It was obviously the magnets. Yeah.
Well, okay, that's actually plausible.
Wait, what were you saying? Yeah, wait. Oh, yeah. I went online when I was looking at I had no idea this was like a thing that more people do. Like, there's a whole fucking anti-MLM community. Yeah. And that's been like but they're really dedicated to
Genetically Modified Skeptic and his wife were in MLMs. before
I had
they.
no idea what an MLM was, and then like when I started looking at like all these MLMs, and I'm like, these people, like a lot of these people were seriously trying to recruit me. Like
Yeah.
I remember going to
Yeah.
a
Oh,
like I remember going to
you
a
were their
Primerica
target
meeting.
market.
Yeah, I've been to a Primerica meeting.
Oh God.
I've been all in my 20s when I was looking for a real job. What do you call it? I went to Herbalife. An Herbalife rep contacted me. And I've been talking to her for like a week, and she kept trying to get me to buy her shit. Not Avon, what's the other one? Mary Kay.
Yeah.
A Mary Kay rep worked with me when I was in college.
They're
And
old school too. They've been around for a while.
I like their makeup, so I would buy it from her. But like, it was just so annoying because every time I'm like, I just want this lipstick, and it's just like, you know. But if you buy a $4,000. This is 2000, the year 2000. I'm in college. I have 2 babies at home. And she's like, no, like, you need the side hustle. And I'm like, I just want the lipstick. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Like every fucking time. And it was, it was a foundation, and it was just so hard for me to find something that like matched my color, because especially in the middle of Illinois, everything was tailored to white girls.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I moved to Baltimore that I started finding things that were tone appropriate. So, but before that, the only place I knew to go was Mary Kay, because, they catered to everybody.
Yeah.
And it was more affordable than, a lot of the, let's say over the counter. Like you would have had to go get like the high end stuff in like Macy's or, whatever. And I was just like, I don't have Mac money. Not that Mac was a thing, but I don't think Mac was a thing, at least not in my town, but all beside the point. When I look at all the MLMs, I'm just like, holy shit, it is amazing that I didn't get like, well, I mean, I was broke. There were a lot of people that tried to sweep me up into it. But, there were people who were really on here, like, you just don't love your family. Like, if you're not willing to take out a loan to invest in yourself, you just don't, you just don't want to win. These people are fucking monsters. And we'll show a lot of this, but holy shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off. Do you see what were
No,
saying?
I mean, they do all of that. And like, I was a Mary Kay, so I'm sorry to all the teachers and nurses out there that
my mom's name is literally Mary Kay.
No way.
It is, my mom's name is Mary Kay.
No, he's lying. Her name is Mama
I'm
Weasel.
not joking.
It's Mama Weasel. That's all we call her.
Oh my God, I love it. But yeah, we're going to talk about this a little bit later on, but like the tactics that Maya's talking about are ones that are common in all multi-level marketing companies. So yeah, it's a shit show out there.
So yeah, we're not going to do Bomb Party tonight, but there's kind of more high profile ones. So are you familiar? The flat earth of MLMs? What did I miss?
That's what Bomb Party is just so like
Bomb Party. Yeah,
it's not even like I mean, I guess it's a cult probably, but it's just it's just so stupid.
They all are though. Bomb Party is uniquely stupid. I mean, and a lot of people, everybody who covers Bomb Party are saying, I'm not saying everybody who buys the Bomb Party jewelry have gambling addictions, because fair, it is a medical diagnosis, right? And you should, as if you are not a medical professional with the people that you're talking about as your patients, you should put that disclaimer out there. However, I can see how they got there.
I find like it. Some people are like haven't heard of MLMs before. Like Native Atheist in the chat just asked, "What is an MLM?" Like it's a thing that if it hasn't showed up on your radar, it really is a phenomenon.
Yeah. DC, would you like to explain MLM since you're the MLO guru tonight?
Sure. So multi-level marketing means that let's say Maya joins a company. Let's say she joins Herbalife, and then she's like, "Oh my God, you know who would be great at selling Herbalife? Dr. Tap. I'm gonna go to Dr. Tap." And Maya is an incredible salesperson, and Dr. Tap's like, "Oh my God, of course I want to sell Herbalife. Of course I want to spend a shit ton of money and inventory load and all this other good stuff." So
because while selling something, obviously that makes you the biggest customer.
yes, exactly. And so it would be Maya and then Dr. Tap. Okay. And then let's say Maya's like, "Oh my God, DC, you would be great at selling Herbalife." So then it would be Maya, whatever, Dr. Tap, and me. And I might say to the live chat, "Oh my God, Al would be so great at selling Herbalife." All of a sudden I sign Al up. So then it's Maya, me, Al. And then Dr. Tap's building his line as well. And so you start to see this pyramid like structure, organization, start to appear. And Maya makes a commission off of stuff I buy from the company, not what I sell to a customer. Because and anything I buy is commission to Maya, and anything Dr. Tap buys is commission to Maya, and anything Al buys is commission to Maya. So you can see how recruiting is more important than selling the product. And a lot of reps, I would say most reps, and I don't think this is a hasty generalization, most reps make more money from recruiting than they do from selling the actual product.
That's how a pyramid scheme works.
Yeah, it's from the recruits, because once you got the recruit, like, you can pressure them to buy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the money is
Why is the internet like this,
God,
man? What is wrong with you?
It's the spirit of Gary Young. He always comes and gives the technical difficulties. Gary Young is the worst of multi-level marketing founders, in my opinion. So it's a joke. It's not. Yeah. Oh my God, we can't even get into it.
We're gonna have to start the show at some point, though.
No, wait, this is the show.
We've been ramping up.
No. This is the show.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but like we gotta give an example.
I told you that this isn't going to be an ordinary show.
Okay.
Like, it's going to be a lot different, because, like, especially since, like, we haven't. I don't know. I don't want anyone to assume. I don't want to assume that anyone here knows what we're talking about when we're doing this, and then people are going to get lost. I did want to talk about Bomb Party because it's a particular kind of stupid that we're not getting into. What I want to start with is Body, because it went through some major changes recently. DC. So I have okay. So I want to talk about, like, Hannah Alonso is a really big anti-MLM streamer, and she went through, like, a whole, like, thing, like, an hour and a half of, like, the effects, the fallout from the Body downfall. Now, okay, so Body used to be Beachbody. Most of you may remember seeing them. Man, I saw them on my TV. Like, there were workout videos through Comcast, and a lot of them were Beachbody. Also, what do you call it? The Walmart had them too. I think either Walmart or Target had DVDs, and I can't, like, you don't see MLMs doing that a lot.
Yeah, so Guthy Ranker kind of predated Beachbody, and so they had different workout programs that Carl Deichler was associated with, and then he went direct. What is it called? He basically made the videos and sold them directly to people over an infomercial. And so 90X, Insanity, those type of things were not MLM. And then I think in 2007, it changed to multi-level marketing. And
it changed to multi-level marketing. Okay.
Yep. And so then a bunch of people came in, and people who got in early were at the top of the pyramid. And I say pyramid because, in my opinion, most multi-level marketing companies, because of what happens with the inventory loading, ends up being a pyramid scheme, also with the focus on recruiting. But Beachbody, Carl Deichler is the chicken nugget of all chicken nuggets. I will just say that. in the last summer, he was like, we're going to continue going forward, believe in the company, do all the shit. And then in October, he's like, we're going affiliate, mother truckers. And that was just, and again, if I was a rep, I would have been pissed.
I would have found it. Actually, and you know what? It's so funny. Like, part of me is just like, I would have found him. But he took all of his high earners on a cruise within a week of announcing that he was impoverishing them.
Yes. Yeah.
And it is so crazy. And I'm saying all this to preface the video that we're about to show, because a lot of it's just him talking about, oh, this is going to be great. Or actually, you know what? I can do.
Carl Deichler also said on one of his, he has these investor calls quarterly, and they get leaked all the time. So we listened to him, and he said that his Beachbody independent reps were an unsophisticated volunteer sales force. It was so offensive of him to say that, because he just is, he's the worst in my opinion.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to.
I can link Hannah's channel in the Oh, I can't. I'm not a mod. I can give it to the private chat, and y'all can put it in if you want to. YouTube.
Actually, and I can do that too for Hannah. Yeah, that's for Hannah Alonso. She's another anti-MLM queen, really, because her, and then CC Suarez is another one we're gonna do. CC is a goddamn beast. She's just like, don't let him fool you. Was it this part? I think it's
Pampered Chef Mary Kay Avon /bottom that they're ever find like you and the like you were failing to thrive. Things aren't working.
We've come to realize that if we don't make changes to the business model, it's possible we will lose the opportunity to help people altogether. And that's an outcome that we just can't accept.
This is my favorite section of the entire video.
Because I'm trying to
giving invalid.
There's like kind of like a weird part where he's just like, most of our reps, and I didn't tag it because I hadn't anticipated
for Body and the unveiling of a powerful business model that reflects the dynamics of where the market is today.
Kitty, not a dog.
Adding clarity,
it's a cat.
And
very
enhanced earning potential for the vast majority of partners in our current network.
Is he gonna?
Cooper has come to redeem his mid-morning pet
company, and we need to fix that as the
company's bottom line. It is a business after all.
As you're probably aware, for the last couple of years, our customer base hasn't been growing. In fact, it's been shrinking. The same thing can be said for our revenues as a company, and we need to fix that. As the CEO and the guy who started this company, I'm more committed than ever to making sure we fix those problems together.
A bold admission that the company's revenue and customer base has been steady.
Okay, so I gotta say, I'm getting hardcore. What's his name? Scott Adams vibes from this guy. The guy who made Dilbert.
Oh, that fucker. Yeah, he was funny. You know what? Where did everything go? Actually, I forgot to do these two. We did get $2 for the Sinister Porpoise, Teachers of Evil. They tell you about magnets. I mean, she's not wrong.
Yes, she is. I don't know. I just know that, Sinister Porpoise is making it her mission in life to get banned, and I'm not allowed to do it. I'm not allowed to ban
No, Sinister is one of our most valued chatters. She's unbannable. And what was the other one she said? For $6.66, my unfinished journey said, "Hail Nero, hail the goddess, hail DC, and hail the revenge of the tapioca weasel."
Revenge of the weasel.
It's never gonna happen. But good try, Nero. Unfinished journey. And then I'm missing one for Sinister somewhere here. Yeah, it's been a kind of
Yeah,
whirlwind.
yeah.
But so what he's saying is 40, okay, one second here. Why people fall for MLMs involves psychology. Psychology is a science. It's not as cool as computer science, but most things aren't.
Hmm.
You know, Sinister, I'll give you that. And also, thank you so much for just throwing all your hard money at us. You are truly a woman among women. Oh, whoops. Where are we at? Okay.
Million are considered clinically obese. We have a major health crisis, and there's no company better equipped to address the needs of those 176 million adults than Body. And at Body, we've been on a 26-year mission to reverse the trend of obesity. We started this company 26 years ago. Results and earn income on every customer that you attract. Then, as some of those customers turn into partners, you would earn a share of the income that they generate
Okay, I
too.
think it's
It was
this.
this innovative way to leverage our
Innovative?
really effective home fitness and nutrition programs.
Which is so funny. Yeah, it was a very innovative way to scam more people out of money.
Yeah, that's what he said. He literally said the quiet part out loud there when he used the word leverage.
Right.
Because that's what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, he's good at bullshitting on these calls, because if you go back and you listen to all of his investor calls, this is contradicting everything he was lying to the investors about, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And also, all of the reps, he's talking about innovation, all of the Beachbody coaches forced their downlines to buy Shakeology to be a part of their Facebook group, even though that violated the contract that they had with Body that they signed as partners. So, okay, yeah, innovative, I call bullshit, and also there was no wrangling the money grab that was going on in the downline. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, MLMs really do push their compensation structure towards you not getting anything from selling your shit to you getting everything from recruiting people to sell shit under you.
Yep.
Yes. That's
with
almost
powerfully unique supplement.
Oh, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
That's almost a defining feature of like an MLM is that it's about getting the people that you recruit to buy the product, not customers, the people you recruit.
Yeah, and it just egregiously so, to the point where like the top 1 or 2% make all of the money.
Yeah,
exactly. And it's one of the reasons, like, it kind of doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what this guy's actual product is. What is this guy's actual product?
His products are Salesforce.
And a really wobbly mixed bike that was one of the worst bikes we've ever seen. So they compared it to Peloton, but you know that that toy Weebles wobble but they don't fall down?
Yeah.
Essentially same for the mixed bike. It was so wobbly. And then they're like, oh my God, it's a great deal. It's so much better than Peloton. I'm like, well, Peloton, you're not gonna like fall on your ass, okay? Like, come on, dude.
I mean, I guess that adds to the fitness. Like when, I'm trying not to fall over to, in addition to cycling, I'm also trying to stay upright.
It's like a Bosey ball and a bike mixed in one,
Right?
Like, you're working on your stabilization.
There you go.
Self-preservation is a powerful motivator.
I'm just saying, though. All right.
And then you let that success speak for itself through our customers, like a word of mouth marketing machine.
I can't help but giggle to myself when he calls the Body MLM compensation plan, quote, really unique, the first of its kind, and innovative.
Like it's just literally none of that.
Right. It's not the first of its kind. There's a countless number of MLMs that have started before him. And innovative, okay. I roll of a lifetime. It's innovative for your bank account because you're the one benefiting when everybody
Right. Peloton, to my knowledge, is not an MLM. It's just a normal.
Correct.
Yeah, just a normal. I don't know what's a big
Yeah, it's like you get points if you share out, like, someone uses your link to buy, but it's not quite an affiliate program. It's just you buy from Peloton and then you pay monthly so that you get access to instructors. Okay, let me just rage one real quick. Peloton, you can do the bikes and everything, and you have the good music every time. You only get the good music one time that the workouts were filmed to the first time you watch it. Every other, like the rest of the times, elevator music. I mean, just because he won't pay for what the rights to the music
Oh my
for everything
God.
else, 'cause he's a cheapskate, in my opinion. Sorry.
No, that's
This guy or Peloton?
It's like Carl Deichler in like a nutshell. He's a cheapskate, in my opinion.
For the last several years, network marketing has faced growing headwinds from regulatory and social media attacks.
yeah, no, and he's not lying about this. So like, holy shit, has MLM taken a hit? So with the pandemic, a lot of people were turning to MLMs and getting their asses handed to them, apparently. And so now there's this big like backlash against MLMs to where like people won't even buy. Like me back in the day, like where I'm just like, I swear to God, I just want to buy the makeup. I don't want to like join your scheme. Like people aren't even doing that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they lost. I mean, in terms of like what they're making every year, they dropped almost 300,000 in $1 million from 2020. Maybe not three. No, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 2021 they were at 873 million. Then at 2023 they came in at 527 million. So they're dropping badly.
Yeah. And then on top of that, yeah, the FTC cracked down on them a lot too, to where I think they had to change their compensation structure. So where they weren't being compensated on what the reps bought. They were being compensated on what the reps sold, or like something like that. And I don't know. A woman will talk about it later here, but that was a big hit for them too.
Yep.
And ongoing cultural scrutiny to also our own field, having less and less enthusiasm for building and managing teams of partners. I'm not sure if you even maybe pay attention to the regulatory side of this stuff, but we're facing significant legal and regulatory threats to the critical independent contractor relationship between the company and the field.
So yeah, I was talking about, again, with the FTC. So MLMs are not buying off our government officials the way they every other industry is, I guess. So they're cracking down on them hard. Not as hard as perhaps they should be, because it was a big boon from the Supreme Court to say, no, MLMs aren't pyramid schemes.
Yeah.
Even though other countries have deemed them pyramid schemes and illegal. Pyramid schemes in the US are just when you're only making money off of recruiting people. So, like crypto. And not necessarily if they get anything out of it, even if it's a pair of like was it LuLaRoe?
Yeah.
Yeah, where their clothes will fall apart in your hands.
Oh, for sure. For sure. There's a documentary about it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which is fine because you got something in return for your money.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't there some like major crime associated with that? Like, didn't somebody like
they're facing several lawsuits? Like DC, you might know more.
Yeah, they were having they had a lawsuit with the distributors, like a class action, and then they were also getting they were not paying their distributors who were making the clothes. So they were having issues with that as well. But a lot of MLMs are wrapped up in legal stuff, and they will go after their top leaders who go to another company. Like you can just look up on Pacer, like lawsuit, like Young Living's very litigious. They will sue so many people who leave. Carl Deichler does it too, but yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. And for $5, Left-Handed Jedi said, don't forget all the cool level titles you can get, like Black Diamond, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Great point, Left-Handed Jedi.
the FTC, to completely ban making any income claims over a few $100s a year in network marketing. Even worse, some regulators and state attorneys general are starting to push for a ban of multi-level marketing altogether. It's become this challenging uphill battle every day. And we're trying to do something.
Yeah, like the government is making it so hard for us to scam you. Like you don't even know like how hard it is for us to scam you.
And there's so many, because of the relationship that uplines end up developing with their, oh my God, what is happening? Their uplines are developing with their downlines. The uplines can convince the downlines to like buy product to help them rank up, because a lot of times there's limited restriction on you buying volume to meet level up requirements. And it ends up being, and this is not a legal term, but we call it like a product-based pyramid scheme, where the products are being purchased and not used just to help the team like meet a goal. It's pretty twisty.
I kind of wish I could see like what he's talking about.
Without the complexity of the current comp plan and the pressure to build a team. And I think this has actually been creeping up on us since the pandemic. And while there's, some having success, for most partners, the network marketing model just isn't working.
The network marketing model just isn't working, you guys. It's just not working anymore. All right, well, that right there
Yeah, and I was trying to find the part where he's talking about like
about it, as we'll see. For a lot of the people.
Oh God, I wish I could figure out the part where he's talking about like most chapters. Can I do the transcript? Like most partners aren't selling, aren't even trying to aren't even trying to sell or trying to do like the business part.
Yeah.
Control F.
I don't know the words he says exactly. That's my point.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
So like no, it's crazy up here. But DC, did you see this when it came out?
Yeah. I mean, we saw the video from Carl, and then I watched the one with Hannah, but Amy, Ure, Jen B, there's kind of a group of ex Beachbody coaches who we used to stream together, but they've kind of Amy's getting her master's in psychology right now, and Jen is working full time as an actual certified personal trainer because Autumn Calabrese, Autumn Calabrese can't be bothered to keep up her certification, but that's a story for a different time. And Autumn works for Beachbody, is not part of that group. Sorry.
Awesome. No, all right. So yeah, so his thing here is like most of the reps, I want to say almost half the reps aren't engaging in like the MLM part. Like they're not scheming hard enough, and they're not even putting the information out there. Like, they're not trying to build a team.
Yeah.
So he was just like, fuck it. We're just going to do away with the teams. And I think this came out in October, and they had, until December.
Yeah.
To figure out how they were going to manage their lives. And like, these are people who had like, I mean, God, just levels and levels of people under them.
Yep.
And then to go from making money off of what their reps are making to making money off of what their just their not their sponsors, their customers are
actually buying.
Yeah. And like a lot of it was just like milkshakes and annual fees for like the app or something.
Yep. They have supplements, but you can only inventory load so many supplements until like you don't need anything anymore. And yes, a lot of people signed up to become partners for the discount. And so Carl Deichler was left with a bunch of independent contractors that didn't want to recruit because they were told just sign up for the discount because the coaches were trying to rank up and they needed a certain amount of people.
Oh.
So then Carl, screwed himself over because they
No, he really did.
Yeah.
Because after he did this, other MLMs were coming for like his like highest people.
Make Wellness. Hello.
Yeah. Hardcore.
Oh my god.
Hardcore. And they got them all. Like what DC is saying. Like they got them all. Like he just got stuck with like people who probably won't renew.
Yep.
And people who don't want to recruit. And he should have known that. But I don't know how this helped him at all. Like I don't expect body to be a thing after the end of this year. Well, by the end of this year.
He has a very big image of himself and that he to not be able to do any wrong. He comes across as somebody who has yes people around him, and he needs to have a lot of no people around him to tell him like his ideas are fuckery. But he's too late. It's too late for him now. It's way too late.
Oh yeah. I mean, he'd almost have to start from scratch. Yes,
absolutely.
So I want to get to like how the major reps are taking it because it's just fucking awesome.
Her stories that says, I've had a lot of questions about what's been going on, body, etc. So just ask and I'll spill the beans because I'm in my I don't give an F era right now.
So this is coming off of, so he made this announcement on the, what do you call it? Like on the platform, like no warning, no heads up to his top reps, nothing. Like people who were making, like these bitches were making like $20,000, $30,000 a month.
Sometimes more.
Yeah. And sometimes,
yeah. Lindsay Matway was raking it in. But Lindsay Matway was the number one.
How many of the people were making that? Not
very many. Very few. But a lot of them.
But remember, we were talking about the top 1% of this
my life is the top 1%. Okay. So like,
maybe body isn't the way to go.
No. Yeah, probably not.
I have a beautiful body.
These women, okay, so she's one of them, and she's pissed. This bitch has a family of 6, so it's like her husband and 4 kids. Her husband, she keeps saying like he's a financial advisor, and I'm like, your husband's a financial advisor, and he told you to put all your eggs in one basket, a really fucking shaky basket with major, massive egg-shaped holes, and to support the family.
Yeah.
It seems like a piss poor financial advisor, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, she was trying to support him and put him through seminary school while raising her 4 kids, and it was just nuts. So she's getting all of her income stripped away. This is like within like 2 weeks of the announcement. She's still like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And, this is all while other MLMs are trying to figure out who they are and what it's going to take to woo them. And their massive downline over to them, because like, these are marketable skills, especially if you're an MLM. Like the point isn't to sell a product. It's to get a personality who can bring people over. And like, if they were like legit selling like just decent products, like they could all be rich. It's insane. They could be doing this. Like, I mean, if it was just like actually decent clothes or decent, whatever, like they could just be sales reps making a fuck ton of money together. But
yeah, they want people to do all the work, and then they could sit at the top and collect the paycheck.
Right, exactly.
So the first question says, what did the CEO say on the trip that gave everyone the ick? For context, within a week of Carl posting this announcement video, they had a cruise incentive trip that the top leaders went on to the Bahamas. So they dropped the bombshell announcement, then they go on a cruise a week later, and then a week after that, she's posting these Q&A boxes. So this response is in relation to what happened on that cruise, and it says so many things. I liked Carl, but through this whole thing, I've realized that he's just a regular human, and he's a human who's in charge of a company that's been losing money, and now he's trying to salvage what he can at whatever cost to others.
Which is insane. Like,
Why would you like someone like that?
Because they're nice.
I mean,
and we're going to show things in a little bit, like the second half of the hour, where it's just like, there's a reason the title of the stream is called Are MLMs Cults?
Yeah, and they are. Sorry. Yeah.
They are.
I felt sad for him, to be honest, like just seeing him walking around the cruise ship with his backpack and looking stressed. He went from everyone loving him to everyone hating him in a few moments. Obviously, I know not everyone loved him or now hates him, but you know what I mean. He just said the F word a lot during his talk with us, and that made me feel uneasy. And then he made some super weird comments about not gonna sit around and, quote, drag his D through the sand. That was—
I love that so much.
It doesn't hang that low, buddy. It doesn't. It simply doesn't.
I mean, he's very short. He's very short. I think he's like 5'4". Like he's. I don't know.
It's not that long. Okay.
I mean, you know, he's so short. He is so short. His dick might actually be sand level. Yeah. Oh, God. I mean, you know, if his dick was the size of his ego, you know, could do that easily. No, I mean, but it's just like, you could, like, the visual of like this little guy like storming through the room. It's like, fuck this shit, these bitches. Don't know how to sell shit. I sit around here and drag my dick in the sand. Come on, backpack. Like, what the fuck?
It was so weird and off-putting, and everyone in the room was like, did he just say that? And then he keeps going and trying to hype us all up about the affiliate program, and it just felt so forced. The vibes were
They make no money on the affiliate program. I think I was hearing that Bomb Party gives, is it like 25% or something, which is like the highest I've heard an affiliate make.
It depends on how much volume. It depends on how much volume that you buy. So yes, the percentage, it depends sometimes on the volume you buy. In Bomb Party, you get a higher percentage back. So it's just twisty all around. It's twisty all around. And yes, affiliate wise, the new the new body stuff is shit. And the top leaders are fleeing quickly.
From Bomb Party?
No. Bomb Party, there's some people who are leaving, but from Body.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and if there's no reason to stay.
No,
like, they've known all along that you don't make any money selling shit.
Yeah, the only reason to stay is to steal people from your Body downline to your new multi-level marketing company. And like, you're going to pay the whatever fee to be an affiliate, which that's not how affiliate works, but they're just going to keep that market warm so that when they get fed up, they can come over to their new company.
And for $2, Mark Right-Handed Seth Smith says, biochemistry is more interesting than computer science. Wow, that kind of sounds like fighting words, and I don't want to get in the middle of that.
Me neither.
Definitely depressing. Yikes. What I would give to be a fly on the wall on this cruise.
Holy shit, right? Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I would love to be a fly on the wall on that cruise. Just like seeing this little troll guy, like, fuck these bitches. Women don't know how to sell shit. Like,
you know what's wild? Some of the leaders had already jumped ship to the, like, that's probably not the right word term. Anyways, jumped ship from
right
to like make wellness, and they still went on the cruise. Yes,
that's what you do. Yep. He owes them. Like, yeah, no, I applaud it. Yeah. I applaud it.
Yep.
We're like, change the business model or go bankrupt. And she responded, essentially. It's just so messed up because they kept sharing how great things are and announcing new trips and sharing product launches and new programs. All the while, they were planning this all along since April. I'm not sure where.
And that is crazy to me.
They lied to their faces at Summit then, because Summit happens in the summertime.
Yes.
And he said, everything's great. Mer. And then in October 1st, he's like, fuck y'all, we're going affiliate. So Carl can't be honest if he tried, in my opinion.
That's what they're all saying. Like, a lot of how they felt. I mean, yeah, you're losing you've pretty much been fired.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck this is. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Wow,
Weird.
man, I can't believe how effective that bribe of that Streamlabs employee. Amazing. Wait,
and
shit.
I believed it and repeated the lies. That's what makes me feel so dumb right now, but I'm not someone who immediately thinks what people tell me is a lie. Innocent until proven guilty is how I feel, I guess. Yeah, I'm just sad about so much right now. This question says, did you ever get bad vibes from Carl before the news came out? And she said, no, I always loved his positivity and optimism.
Come on. Oh my God. You can pick it up on any one of his speeches. You can look at him and you can be like, what is happening? Like, come on.
What do you mean? Like that he was
Slimy, that he wasn't telling the truth, that he was disingenuous. Yeah, all of it.
He's a skeezy bastard.
Oh my God, yes. Well, I mean, and we're saying that because we all hate MLMs, but when you're in the cult, you're brainwashed. Any cult, yeah, and it's just like anytime that you start to question, it's just like, oh, you're being negative. You're not going to be successful if you have negative thoughts. Like, come on, get back in the game.
Yeah, you're not allowed to question. And then they set it up from the beginning that people who question are public enemy number one. Like it's a whole thing that's really twisty. But yes, you can't see it, but when you go back and watch it, it's not even subtle what he's doing or how he's behaving.
Oh, okay. I need, again, some terms for my audience. Can you explain first and foremost upline and downline?
Yes. So let's say from our story earlier, Maya is an Herbalife, but she's not really. But she's an Herbalife and she's recruited Dr. Tap and me. So Dr. Tap and I are in the same level. Maya is our upline. Dr. Tap and I are the downline. And Al, who's on my team, Al is in my downline. So anybody below is a downline. Anybody up is the upline. And people in the upline get commission on what you buy from the company, or what their downline buys from the company.
And then the other one is, what does it mean to go affiliate? So they're mad because they have to go affiliate.
Okay, so I don't know how many of y'all are on social media a lot, but you see these big influencers and they're always sharing, oh, I'm going to do a try on and click my link to buy the jeans and click my link to buy the shirt and click my link to buy the shoes. They're getting a very small percentage of what they're selling, either through Restyle or from Amazon. Amazon gives awful affiliate percentages, but the bigger your account is, the more of a chance you have to whatever, have 100,000 people buying those jeans, or 100,000, whatever it is. And so those people can make a living on the affiliate stuff. But when you're getting 10 cents for whatever, a $19 product, or whatever, maybe 50 cents, I don't know. It takes a lot of people saying yes and clicking on your link and buying something, and instead of in Body, you're getting maybe over $100 for someone to sign up on your team. And then you're getting commission on what they buy. And then you're getting commission on what their downline buys. So you're having to do less work in multi-level marketing. You have a bigger payout, allegedly, if you can even find someone to sign up, because it's not guaranteed. I know I'm making it sound like MLM's better. MLM, you have to do more work. And there's a John M. Taylor study from the FTC, and all the math works out. Over 99% of people, 99.6% of people lose money, don't make any money, or go into debt in multi-level marketing. And an affiliate, you don't have to buy anything necessarily to have someone use your link to make money. And a lot of multi-level marketing companies, you have to buy monthly to get access to your commission check. So let's say my commission was $400 for the month. If I don't buy my $100, oh, we have a visual from Dr. Tap. Yes. Dr. Tap has overtaken the top of the pyramid. Oh, I love that Al's on my team still. And Maya has grabbed Kip and Jed. Oh, and Amy's on my team too. Yay!
Yeah. Jedi, sorry.
Jedi. I was like Jeb. Is that like low energy Jeb? Is that
I didn't put the where did I okay, got it. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not a smart weasel.
no, it's totally fine.
So
There we go.
yeah.
See now you can see it says get.
Gotcha. Yeah, so
But
different.
This is the pyramid.
Yes, triangular in structure.
Yeah, I mean, I went too far apart at the beginning because, again, not a smart weasel, but yeah, and so then an affiliate link is whenever any of these people has like an ad, and then they get money when they give you a link.
Right. And affiliate link, you don't have to pay to access the money that you make from the company. And a multi-level marketing, you have to pay to access your commission check with product that you buy monthly, which is fuckery.
Yeah, a little bit.
Indeed.
It would be like working at Target and getting your paycheck and then Target saying, you need to buy $150 of Target product before we give you your paycheck. That's how wild it is in multi-level marketing.
Abercrombie actually got sued for doing that because they made the people that worked there buy Abercrombie. They didn't provide it to them, and it was like
it's part of their like uniform.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
But they weren't providing it, and so they got this was like this was well over a decade ago. This is not recent.
Yeah, I mean that's a little. I mean, compared to I don't know how much Abercrombie Fitch salesmen were making, like floor salesmen, but probably not enough to afford their own product.
Right? Exactly.
So this kind of describes a little bit of the MLM thing.
Get our bonus checks. We had to
Can you full
buy
screen
enough
it?
inventory. We would sometimes.
Oh, whoops. Thought it was, but no.
It's large, but it just double click on this thing.
Hold up. Okay, there you go.
And my highest bonus check was $51,000 for a month.
Yeah, but again, that was the highest.
Pictures of the kids.
Yeah, I took that.
Yeah.
Actually, this is going way too slow for me.
To get our bonus checks, we had to buy enough inventory. We would sometimes get a field report, and it would have how many items you had bought for the month. And then under it would have your directs, and you got 5% commission off your directs. So whatever they had bought for the month. They really pushed recruiting. Not so much sales at all. Recruiting. And they even said, if it's a warm body, take them.
Yeah.
Warm body. If you have a pulse and a credit card, it's open season in multi-level marketing. They'll make it seem like, oh, we're hiring and you need to do an interview and we're going to make sure you're a fit for our team. If you've got a pulse and a credit card, you're the right fit for every single team out there.
Yeah, and the credit card isn't necessarily necessary. If you can get a loan, they'll take you too.
And they even do Klarna now, or like those pay-as-you-go deals, so you can get into twisty potential debt, adding all that up. It's just wild.
It's crazy.
When you reach trainer level, in addition to making 5% from your direct recruits, you also get 3% from their recruits' orders. You only qualify for this bonus if your entire team orders at least 1,750 pieces in total. The chain continues as more people are recruited, and this is how people at the top of the chain, like Courtney, made much more money on recruiting people rather than selling. According to guidance issued by the Federal Trade Commission, one of the telltale signs of a pyramid scheme is when a company promises you'll make money from recruiting others to join, rather than selling the product. Now,
yeah. And
Did you notice like the number of pieces you had to earn to qualify for that commission?
Right. And that's not what people bought. It's what you yourself bought.
Right. Yes. So you would be pressured to make sure that that level bought that amount of pieces, and you find some uplines transferring money to those levels. That's how those Monat people, the shampoo and conditioner company, got in trouble. The reps did, because they were Venmoing money to certain lines to be able to like keep rank because they needed volume there. And then LuLaRoe, you need to the rep needs to order that amount of pieces for the upline to be able to get paid. But so yes, buy inventory so you can hold your rank or get a bigger paycheck, which is awful.
Yeah. Where it's like they don't even allow you, like you can't take a month off. You can't take, like, even if like you could take like maternity leave or, you know, whatever, like, or say you had a baby.
Yeah.
You can't even really take quote unquote maternity leave because that bonus check is still dependent on you spending money.
Exactly. There was an ex Beachbody coach who was on Emily Faber's team. Emily Faber's a big TikToker who was a Beachbody coach before she got big. But Emma had a C-section, and Emily Faber told her, if you don't get on the Zoom training call tonight, we're revoking like the mentorship that you have access to. So,
Yeah.
so she has a C-section the day of. So she has her computer pulled up at her hospital bed. Her husband has taken a picture of her because the uplines don't give a crap about your health or your wellness. They just want their people like in line, staying close to the fire so they don't think too much and decide they want to leave.
Yeah, but have
Oh
you
my
heard the
God.
good news of capitalism?
Oh.
And you know what? I think I want to show.
Do I need to dance? I could dance.
No, you don't need to dance.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. If I keep on doing something after Maya has told me not to, I get kicked off the stream.
He's a liar. He's a lying liar who lies a lie. Don't listen to him.
He might be a weasel, is what you're telling me, Maya?
He might be a Weasley weasel. Yeah.
Dr. Tap.
We are a proud people.
Look, while I'm patiently waiting for my baby, I have some really great customer reviews to share. And so these are probably customer reviews here that she's doctored.
Full screen. Press F.
Oh, man, I keep forgetting about that. If you've ever been interested in knowing about what I recommend, please feel free to ask. Curiosity is not commitment. I'm bored. I'm just waiting. You know, I'm just in labor, waiting for this baby to come out of me. I'd love to give you info on, you know, how I can, you know, recruit you to my scam or how you can buy shit from me.
This is a trap. Yeah. It's absolutely a trap because
the bitch is in labor.
Yeah, she's in labor. She's going to look at everybody who watches this story, and she's going to message every single one and say, "Oh my God, thank you so much for your support." And then anybody, it's a trap. It's a trap.
I am never going to be in labor. And I've never experienced labor. Is she in labor?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Fair.
This is her inner husband, and I am showing this because it's what DC was just saying. You don't get a day off. Like if there's a big event, like hashtag fuck that baby.
Yeah,
I mean, it just
no maternity leave, no paternity leave, no 401k matching, no personal time off, no holidays. No, nothing. If you're not,
if it's a holiday, that means that everybody else has the day off. You need to be out there on your grind. Where are all the people going to be?
Yep.
What city are you in? You need to be. It's the 4th of July. You need to be in the downtown area. You need to be like, I forgot the name of Marco. You know who I'm talking about? Marco something. Yeah, he was. He was actually in a Panera. Trying to do research on one MLM when he found like a fucking Amway bitch in there. They trying to recruit. I threw it in I was talking about this in Discord with Al earlier. I'm like, there's no such thing as a day off.
Jason Jacoby has asked a great question. Is the baby automatically in her downline?
Do you see what's the downline again?
Parents do that. They will sign their kids up. They will sign their spouse up so that they can rank up faster. So once their kids, I think in Young Living, You can join at 16 or 17, so it's a little bit younger. You're all getting signed up.
Oh my God. And there was another couple I was watching where the family actually told them, like, we don't want any part of this. They were Amway salesmen. And what they said to the wife's parents was, this is our dream. You are stopping us from achieving our dreams. If you don't help us out, we don't want to see you, which means you're not going to see your grandchildren.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was kind of nuts to me.
That's super crazy.
Where did I have it pulled up? Because I was like, I could show you.
You can.
No.
I can pull it up.
I need you to read my mind or shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm unable to do either of those things. I'm far too privileged and ignorant. It's kind of my deal.
What to do? All right, I might find that one for later. But in the meantime, I'm going to kick tap because it's funny. And then we're going to go back to screen. What were we doing? Downfall of Beachbody. Oh God, I understand now why people feel like so happy when they get to close out of tabs. So on this one, what is she saying? I was just curious how much income you're losing from this, and I was so sorry. And she's saying it's a hard one to answer when there are a lot of expenses going into running a business like this, especially as you start to grow them. I had 3 to 4 virtual assistants, which is kind of badass. Paying for other online services, automation, marketing, etc. Scott, which is the husband, was always like, you have so many expenses to run your business. So he doesn't like it when I share what I make, because technically I didn't make much when you look at everything I needed to do to keep it running. Like when you go on a job, but you have to pay for daycare. So maybe you made 50,000, but like you paid 20,000 in childcare. So you really only made 30K, you know? So it was enough money to say where I felt comfortable to go to one income for a family of 6 with all of the expenses and everything for my business to keep running. I know that's vague, but I don't know. Money talk makes me feel kind of weird. So yada, yada. And so, but this is like kind of the talk that you'll get from them when you ask them questions about money anyway.
Yep.
Also, anytime you make money, it's just like, oh, you have to reinvest it in yourself. And I was trying to find the video where I had that in, but you know, to not drag this out anymore, it's, you know, I'll just tell you, like, they're like their upline, which is, I mean, you could call it their boss, but it's the person that recruited them into the MLM. Mm-hmm. That's their upline. And anybody who recruited them would be, you know, an upline. Anybody you recruited is your downline. Or anybody that was recruited under you, like, but falls into your, you know, girl posse or whatever.
Yeah.
But like they would be told, like, especially with LuLaRoe, like that, LuLaRoe was crazy. And they have like crazy upstart expenses where I don't even know.
Yeah, over $5,000.
Yeah.
There was a waiting list. There was a waiting list to onboard because at the time, at the height, everyone was trying to sign up, but they couldn't handle the production of that. So there was a huge waiting list, and you had to be ready to give $5,000-$10,000 for your inventory.
Yeah.
It was wild.
And then one girl came on. She was like a corporate, not a recruiter. She's an onboarding specialist. And she was talking about how, like, so she worked at the corporate office, and she would talk about how they would get like all the shipments in, and they would just stay outside for days because they didn't have any place to put them. So things would get rained on. I mean, a lot of them were just exposed. And so by the time they got to the person who ordered them, it would be moldy or still wet even.
Mold.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yep. And then they would complain about it. And then when they complained about it, they took away their ability to not recycle, but return, like the return policy. It's like you can't return anything until you have at least 3 of the same pieces.
Yeah, so they were definitely evasive on that, and also the graphic designers who were employed by LuLaRoe, they had to churn out so many designs daily. It was impossible, and so LuLaRoe got into trouble for stealing other people's designs. Like, it wasn't transformed enough that they were literally in copyright pond, and they were drowning. So it's just they were an unethical business.
So $5 from Dog says, glad to finally hit your stream. I dream about you lots, Maya. I'm sure you meant Dr. Tab there, because like, who can resist that hair, right? Am I right?
Well, I mean, I can let down my hair. There we go.
Oh, did you shampoo today? It looks like you like washed and rewashed.
I washed way later than I normally do. I didn't take a shower until like 2 p.m. And that is Al's fault.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your current customers. I'm confused on that part. And she said, you're confused because so are we. They did such a bad job explaining this to us. Essentially, our comp plan changes on December 4th to the affiliate model. So for now, I'm getting paid like I normally would, but come December, all of my customers go to Body directly. Unless you go and sign up with my new affiliate link, you are no longer connected to me as your Body partner.
And that is so many levels of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, not only did they take away all of their recruits, they took away all of their fucking customers.
Yeah.
And so if you want to, to be an affiliate, that means you're only making money off your actual paying customers. And so if they went to be an actual paying customer, you now have to like reach out to all of them and say, hey, you have to go onto the website. And I'm sure some of them were like older, not, very phone savvy or computer savvy. And, you have to find me and, put my, like, just like you would an affiliate link through Amazon. Like you have to say, oh no, I want to be under this person. And it's different if like you're doing it active time, because as you're signing somebody up, you can say, oh no, use my phone here. I'll walk you through the steps. And, this is how you get under me. He's just doing this cold turkey. Like January 1st of this year, everybody just fell under the owner, everybody. And it is now on them to go find all of the people that,
that they already worked hard.
Fucked up.
That they already worked hard to get association with. And then Carl's like, fuck you. You don't get to keep your customers. You don't get to keep anybody. And I just don't understand why he did that. It ruined,
because he knew everybody was jumping ship.
Yeah.
And probably it would have been too much trouble for him to figure out like, okay, who left and who are their customers and da 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 da.
That's a good point.
I'm just going to take them anyway because they're going to leave. So I may as well just have their customers.
I'm just like, problem solving wise, if Carl gave one iota of a shit about his independent contractors, then he would have said, you know what? You've worked really hard. Some of y'all have been with me for a decade, more than a decade. I know we're going affiliate, but here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, y'all get to keep any customers, and anybody who is an independent rep, you get for like, I don't know. He could have done something to show that he wasn't just a greedy bastard. And now here we are. His company's sinking, which is great.
He deserves it. No one deserves it more. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Maybe Elon, but it's a different story. For $2, my unfinished sock says, don't fall for an MLM. Like and share the stream. Yes, liking and sharing my stream and also DC stream is the exact same as not falling for an MLM. It's sage advice, folks. sage advice. So the woman on stream, I think she had like 20,000 people under, either 20,000 customers or 20,000 people under her. Like it was, I think she does. I think she says it. Let's see.
20,000 people below her. And she also
like that's insane to me. I mean, and I know she didn't like go out and find 20,000 people, that it was a lot of her downlines, finding downlines, but like, look at this bitch's back porch.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
She
multi-million-dollar home probably, or high 900,000 depending on where she lives. There's
yeah. And talking to other people who got out of the MLMs, they're like, you would think that if you're making like upwards of $20,000 a fucking month, that you would invest some of it or save some of it or do anything. But like, you're encouraged to live these lavish lifestyles, and because you have to show people like that they can live their best lives. And the only way to do that is if you're living your best life and posting on an Instagram.
Yeah, and that is a violation of Section 5 of the FTC Act. You can't do dishonest like presentations of the business model and showing your trips and showing your house and all this without the income disclosure statement. You could get in trouble. But the FTC is a relatively small organization, so you have all these reps running wild and showing like, oh, you too can have this. You too can go on a trip. You too can be, traveling with your family all summer and not have to whatever it is. And it's just deceptive.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for the FTC too, because federal governments, like when I was a waitress, they looked at us like really hard about like how we were reporting, like that we weren't under reporting tips, because like when the Department of Labor came in, they're not just like going over my tips. It's not worth their while. They're going to go over everybody plus the restaurant, because like that it's going to make it worth like getting out of bed in the morning. But for like this, okay, so I have this, like the bulk of the people doing that are affiliates, right? They don't have a lot of people under them. It's just not like they don't have any money. They're sinking all of their money into the MLM. Like they're not really gaining back revenue. Like they could do more with this, just mailing out a cease and desist than actually investigating the people. By having all these workers as 1099s, it stops a lot of the FTC from going after the corporation to go after, to stop their employees from doing the thing. They're 1099s. I can't control what they're doing. They're doing this on their own. So so it stops the FTC from like actually looking at them, and it's not worth their while to go after the independent contractors.
Yeah,
most.
Yeah, most. And so the cool thing is, well, not the cool thing, but like in terms of regular people making a difference, I'll just tell one story really quickly. There's a essential oil company called doTERRA, and there were reps kind of running wild over the pandemic, and they ended up getting fined $15,000 a piece because of their health claims they were making about essential oils. There's also Savannah and a group of people. Savannah Marie is a big anti-MLM creator. She has like 100,000 subscribers, but she and a group of other people got Black Oxygen Organics closed down. They were having people drink mud from a bog that was close to a place that was toxic waste was near it, and the kids, they were giving it to kids, and they were getting like open sores on their arms. It was wild, and they got shut down. So like, that's cool. It's not hopeless out there. It's just hard. So
oh my fucking God.
Yeah. That's where the science misinformation comes in, because I mean, I know a lot of y'all in the chat are like, why would you drink that? But the way that it's presented, messes with people who don't understand science, and then they twist shit. So
yeah. And I almost put one on here, but I didn't want to. I really just didn't want to put that type of, it's like medical science misinformation out there without having a medical doctor to kind of back it. But is a woman who is a nurse, and she's peddling what's the incense or the
Scentsy?
Yeah, it's like the magical incense.
Young Living.
Huh?
Young Living?
Young Living.
Is that, wait, what do they sell?
essential oils and
essential oils. Yes,
Yeah.
she's an essential oils salesman, and she was talking about like how like her essential oils have been proven to like help combat cancer and like all this other shit. And I was just like, fuck you. Like, I mean, because I've heard about people talking about essential oils, and I'm like, are these like just other women, like they're following on mommy blogs? Like, I didn't realize it was an MLM because I didn't. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
it's huge.
I
Yeah.
was doing research or trying to find
it is you can buy essential oils not from MLMs, but
right. No, yeah. There's a crystal store down the street from me.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Well, you know,
I mean,
whose
there's
fault
some
is that?
impact like on the olfactory system, but when I say like you're them claiming that essential oils can cure the big C is like the smallest claim. They talk about it curing. They have a big book that's about 3 inches thick, 3.5 inches thick, about use this combination of essential oils for epilepsy, use this combination of oils for paralysis, use this combination of oils for whooping cough and RSV. And that's not the wildest part. They have Facebook groups that are private where you have individual people with no like letters behind their name, and they are diagnosing kids and people in the Facebook groups with essential oils. And it's so many leaders are doing that. So asthma, yes. Whooping cough, I don't know. Tumors, fertility, it's a whole shit show. So
so I'm like, I could do bad science. We did bad medical science like 2 weeks ago. So I'm like, you know what? I'm good. We'll do bad. I don't know that there's a good MLM. So
we also don't generally do bad medical science. We will very targetedly, but it's something that you have to be a lot more responsible when you're actually talking about medical science, I think. Compared to other things.
Agree.
And I try to tailor like I have a bunch of stuff in a playlist that I want to get to, but you know, I'm just waiting for a professional in that field to come on before we talk about it, because I don't want to be irresponsible with my platform.
Yeah, I hope that you get a professional to talk about it, because there's a lot of harm happening from medical misinformation, and it's being used to either profit off of people or using information control to coerce someone into something. And it's so twisted. So if you're out there and you come on to her show.
Actually, we had Dr. Ben. And I know for a fact that Dr. Ben loves this shit. So maybe the next time he's on,
Dr. Ben.
Maybe the next time. He's a medical doctor. So Torben Hamilton Dio. But I know that he loves like all this like the bullshit, the medical misinformation, like all that. What did we do with him last time he was on? It was a combination of, it was a neurosurgeon that specialized in physics or some dumb shit. Oh God.
Yeah, no, he was like, I'm a neurosurgery who specializes in optics, atomic physics, and magnetism. And I was like,
it was bad.
Everything about what you are and what you represent is reprehensible.
So and I obviously chose it because I knew it would drive both of them nuts. And I was right. But no, essential oils, like it's a big one in our community. Like the medical misinformation coming from like what do you call it? Vaccines were big, especially over COVID. And then I hear a lot about essential oils. So we haven't done that one before. We'll have to do that the next time Dr. Ben's on.
Yeah.
Unless the chat thinks otherwise.
I mean, I'd love to hear what you think about.
You can't ask the chat, okay? If you ask the chat, we're only covering 2 topics until the end of time, one of which you won't allow, and the other of which I won't allow.
We do magnetism. You did a whole stream on magnetism once. At least maybe twice. But I know that
it's
you and
a
Grayson.
legitimate scientific topic. Also a legitimate topic in demonology, okay? And I have to walk that line. It's very tough.
For $5, Skeptic Spin says, here's my contribution to the Tapioca Weasel MLM magic, logistics, and manufacturing cult. So thank you. Skeptic Spin will be on next week.
I hate all of them.
Corroborates this detail of customers not being linked to you directly anymore, among a lot of other thoughts and feelings.
So for those of you who missed it, a week ago today, at about this time, we were all at the same time told through a recorded video, which was supposed to be a live call with the CEO, that our income body would be dissolving the network marketing side of the business. So essentially, like, we're losing all of our team is dissolving, all of that is going away, and they're switching to an affiliate. So it's shifting to an affiliate model. And so with that being said, on top of all of that, it was like, okay, 95%, so probably 95% of my income would be gone.
Wow.
It's 95% of her income. So again, we're talking about this woman has 20,000 people under her, to the point where like she has whatever it is she has to buy. And then she just gets to sit pretty in this. I want to see what the other side of her backyard looks like. I want to know, is she sitting on like a lake? Is there a dock with a yacht? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is a lot. It's a whole lot. But like, before we move off this video, I think you guys are going to like this.
And so far, the rep I respect the most out of all this is the first one, who was just blubbering and crying and saying, like, I'm losing my income and I'm so scared. And that is a lot easier to be empathetic towards and to respect, because she's being honest and forthcoming. Stop acting.
Oh yeah, half these reps are just like, oh my God, I'm going to lose all my friends, and all these people, this network that I've tried to build, and I'm just going to miss the camaraderie.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize you had to pay for your friends, but okay, strange.
Right.
Like, you're so sad because you're losing your teammates. No, you're sad because you're losing your income. This next rep doesn't seem to be as sad and upset as the others. She has a very different perspective. Let's put it that way.
I have just spent the last 24 hours thinking through everything, and I just feel like this is an attack of the devil. I truly think.
So what she said was, this is all being done. This is a demonic attack. Yeah.
Very common. There's a huge religious aspect to the types of people. Not all, but a chunk of people who join multi-level marketing companies, and they view everything through a religious lens, and everything bad that someone says about them, even if it's good criticism, is an attack from the devil. Anything bad that happens, whatever, like, yes, attack of the devil, very common. So
I mean, and it also goes back to like what we're talking about, like a cult mindset, and then also what do you call it? I believe the most MLMs are in Utah, which is like,
they're reported there. Yep.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to say it's like home of the cult. I don't know where that would be, like, but
probably Utah. I mean, they have very friendly laws.
It would be in Utah. Caden isn't here. It's okay.
I miss Caden, but most MLMs. I heard that most MLMs are in Utah, and it's also like, when I was like, wait, why? Now I have to know. And apparently Mormons are most likely to trust other Mormons, like they know the good word. And, a Mormon would never lie to you or try to steer you down a bad path. So, you're most inclined to trust someone in your in-group. And
yeah. And they've also trained, like, I'm not saying if you're ethical people in religions that don't harm other people are welcome. But when you're in from the twisty side of Mormons, they go on these 2-year door-to-door sales things and try to convert people to their religion. So they have a lot of practice in talking their way into homes and building trust pretty quick.
Yep.
So then
a lot of these tactics are already built into them just from that.
Yeah.
Share the world. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're I would say better than the average person.
Yep.
At being good at MLMs from the start.
Yeah. 100%. Oh wait, where did it go?
That he knows how powerful we are with getting the programs and products we have into people's hands, helping them live a better life, be more confident, have a better mindset. He knows that when people feel better, they do better, and he knows that we are increasing people's faith. So I think everything that just went down with Body was an attack of the devil. I am still...
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. The devil
Not
knows
today,
that
Satan!
the devil knows that people want to be healthy, and being healthy increases their faith. So he wants to knock that right out of there. Not negative capitalist practices though, or pushing Trump to give people, livable wages. Devil doesn't give a fuck about that. There's, and apparently neither does God. I don't know. I don't know what they think with this. It's like men are never responsible for anything. It's either God and the devil.
Yeah.
Which again, I'm not an atheist. I believe. So if we go further through here, what's her name? What is her name? Hannah actually does say that she is an atheist, or at least non-religious.
Right.
And again, we have a lot of Christians, pagans, others here, questioning people here. Not coming out against anybody. I'm not coming for anybody's neck. We also have a lot of anti-theists here. And we all play nice. So I'm not saying anything about any of this, but it's just against trying to promote critical thinking with this. When you are already in a position to not question authority, it is so much easier to fall for scams like this.
Yeah. And there's like a what is it? I'm trying to think, because we do a lot of logical fallacies on my channel, because it kind of separates the people from feeling like we're attacking the person, because they're like, oh yeah, that's a logical fallacy, and they're like, oh yeah, they're saying that. So kind of it gets them to think a bit more. But when what is it called? It's like when religion is used as an answer for everything.
God of the gaps?
Yes. I think that's it. To answer when something doesn't work out, when something doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
it happens a lot.
Religion is very often used to sort of fill in any gaps of knowledge, or any time somebody doesn't know something, like how did we get here? Like, why does the world work? Like,
yeah,
it's God. God made it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a gap in scientific knowledge about something, like a particular thing, and then therefore God must be the explanation. So yeah. Twisty.
For $5, Doc says, I've rounded down to 8 unwashable sheets you owe me for. I buy cheap Amazon shit, so no biggie. I guess, is he laughing so hard he pissed the bed? I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know. Like, what do you have to do to sheets to make them unwashable? I feel like it's probably illegal and involves mitochondrial DNA.
Like, are you talking about unaliving somebody? I don't know what that means.
No, I'm you're the one who went there, Maya. Okay, I was trying to be discreet.
So Doc Dino, friend of the show, was gifted a membership by Dr. T like an hour ago. So, hey, Doc Dino, welcome back to the cult. Please enjoy your tapioca weasels, your nitties and vaginas. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I can gift shit too.
Oh, okay. So you're also taking that away from me.
No, I would never. But there are people who have not been, and DC has shared her lovely community with us. So it went to.
Oh, nice. You got Jeff.
Lieutenant Fits of Rage. Lisa is a blogger. Jeff Spatchcock, friend of the show, TK, and Atheist Carpenter. So welcome back, cult members. I think most of you welcome back. Please continue to enjoy your tappy weasels, your nitties, and vaginas. And for the rest of you, what are you doing? Like the stream.
Yeah, you gotta smash that like button.
Smash it. An odd number of times. So again, this is Cece Suarez. So she's anti-MLM queen. Like holy shit. She's up to. She does like what I like about her. Like I don't know if she still does them, but a couple of years ago she was doing MLM fails, and that was. So what we looked at was people crying because they were losing their income, and it was very easy to. It's very relatable, like because who among us hasn't at least wondered or been threatened with the possibility of like, gosh, what if I don't have my income, or what do I do, if I, lose my job, or and empathy is good. More of that, please. Just us as a nation. Holy shit. But to kind of see how you get from like no people to like 20,000 people, like we're going to be looking at some of those practices now. And oh yeah, not used to doing this. So make it big.
I didn't get into it.
But to all of the rest that comes with the platform, which I usually always talk about on here. And for the people that can't afford it, well, I'm going to ask you this. What can you sell? What can you sell to be able to afford the package? Do you know?
What can you sell? Do you have blood? Do you have a baby? Where's your firstborn, bitch?
Yeah, sell your plasma, sell your TV. What can
you remortgage your house?
Yes. Oh, that yes. The very first
thing you do is
skipped her mortgage payment so she could sign up for multi-level marketing. Yeah. So Tony Van Schoik.
Yeah. I need more money. Like I'm a girl boss and I don't have enough money in my wallet. So I need your wallet. Give it up.
You notice the strategic placement of the Louis Vuitton box in the top, that orange
I didn't even see that. That's
they all
awesome.
do it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. They'll be like,
right.
Strategic Chanel, strategic Louis Vuitton, even if it's a fake. Like, oh my God, I'm just living the lifestyle. Like, oh, it's just casually up there on my like,
I have so much Chanel and Louis Vuitton that I don't even have places to put it. So I'm just like hanging it from the ceiling now.
Yep.
Happens all the time.
How many people I've told that to, and they're like, oh, you're right. And they started selling clothes. They started selling their shoes and all of the things that they didn't need. So at the end of the day,
it is nuts. When I was looking at LuLaRoe videos, they were saying like the couple, the owners or the founders, like they knew that people were like mortgaging their house and like getting out like extra loans, like for like high interest rates, and like their marriages were breaking up, and like, and they were just like, how many people do they have downline? What did they spend this month?
Yes. And also the LuLaRoe, Deanna, whatever her name is, she wrote a book, or she recommended like sexual favors to make sure your spouse is on board with what you're buying that month for LuLaRoe inventory. Like that was hardcore. And then she was getting people to come in to do like weight loss surgery in Mexico. She was bringing groups of 8 to 10 people at a time because obviously nobody likes somebody who's big wearing stretchy leggings.
Yeah, if you're too fat to wear the inventory, lose weight. It'll help it'll help you sell more.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And
then you have to ask yourself, like, what am I gonna do so I can invest in myself and get out of the current situation that I'm in? Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, if you cannot and afford $1,500 to invest in yourself to get out of your current situation, you need to fix it.
Sell this, sell that. But then when you sell all of that, then you have money. So
it's just, you want to do all this to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Even though, like, and after you're, because like when you invest in yourself, You're also investing in herself.
Yes.
She's talking to her downline.
Yeah.
Everything that like you're spending this money, she is getting some of that.
Oh, for sure. She just doesn't finish her sentence. She's like, invest in yourself so you can invest in my bank account. Like that's the full sentence.
Yeah. It is. Like, this is what these bitches do. And like they'll talk about, like, they'll cry and talk about, like, I felt like a superstar. I was winning all these awards. I was doing all this and that and the other. But like, the reason I want to show you these, it's just like, so you can see, like, this is how they were fucking making that shit.
Problem. Okay. And one girl from the team, she shared that today and she said, sell your TV. And I agree. If you don't have the money to get started on a $1,500 package that's going to, first of all, give you all access to all of the services and platform and products that we have, but on top of that, an artificial intelligence, but you still have a TV.
This is how desperate they are.
That's a crypto queen. That lady was formerly in Monat, which is a shampoo, WFab, which is a huge team led by Jasmine. And then they all went to iGenius to do the crypto stuff, to do the auto.
Oh, no way. I didn't know she was out of Monat. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Can you, for my audience, can you tell them what Monat is?
Okay, so it's Modern Nature. It started out with shampoo and conditioner, and it's now grown to skincare and supplements and stuff like that. So for your skin and for your hair, they baptize people in swimming pools at their conventions every year.
Oh my God. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so
Why?
very religious organization. I don't know. I have no idea. So yeah, it's pretty twisty. And when you tie up religion with multi-level marketing, not only are you dealing with bite model of authoritarian control, the negative influence, then you tie it in with somebody's religious beliefs, it gets very twisty because you want to stay, because you think you're doing the Lord's work or whatever, because your upline and stuff is religious, and so it keeps you in longer. It's just fuckery.
Yeah, I just want to hit the
That's not what they're doing.
Now, and you want to get started with the elite package, but you're telling yourself you can't afford it? Well, my answer is, what can you sell? Sell your TV. Sell the shoes that and to people that need it. That's the point. Not only.
I'm a grateful bitch. I'm benevolent. I'm a benevolent bitch, right? Sell it to people who need it.
Oh my God,
Maya, did we get Doc Dinah's super chat?
I'm missing five things. So as usual, we're backed up because. So just let me, because I'm doing everything. So just let me do the thing, and nobody will be missed. And I don't need people on my back. Thanks. But Dr. Dino, we love you, friend of the show. We're gonna have you on soon. Where are we at?
An opportunity and a job, a recruiter, but like not in an HR way, not in a human resources way, in a salesperson way. And that's just like not good.
In the state of focusing on the negative, when you're in that state and you're trying to put effort, the effort that you put towards what you're trying to do, it only makes it worse. It only makes you feel worse. It only makes it harder. It only makes, like, you ever been in a badass mood and you try to post on social media, it takes you like 30 tries? You're like, God damn, you literally have to re-record it like 17 times. You're about to have a mental breakdown over a freaking story.
Oh my God, Dre.
What is she even talking about?
Oh, just like your mindset and stuff and making sure you show up because nobody on our team's doing it. This is Dramus. Same team, WFab, iGenius, was in Monat, the hair care company who's obsessed with wearing hats even though they're focused on getting their hair healthy, which is ironic.
Wow, okay.
So she was there. The top leader of WFab was Jasmine. Dramus is Jasmine's right-hand girl.
Wait, so are they in the same, you said they're in the same line?
Yeah, they were in the same organization. Yeah, the same line. Like, so Jasmine, then Dramus.
Okay, gotcha.
Right under her. Yep.
Wow. Like she's a
lot.
Yeah. And she's loud. She's always very, I guess, passionate.
Very passionate. Yeah.
We'll give her that.
A 15-second story. because you're trying to do it when you're in a low state and it doesn't flow. Your main priority at that point is to get to a state of peacefulness.
You ever do something and it's like not working and then you're about to start crying? Guys.
I mean, it kind of feels like that's where she is. Just like, you bitches are not selling enough. I am not rich enough. Like, we got to get me to a state of peace. Like,
God.
It's like when you say everything is all right, but it's not all right.
Yeah. Good God.
There's a part with her where I'm just like,
someone. It's just so flawed.
Recently on the training, go for a walk. What's your job every day? Your job every day is to find a way to be happy, because happiness sells. Because when you're happy, you can attract more happiness.
Well, what?
So, when she says your job is to be happy, what she actually means is make money for me.
Yeah, and stay in the cult.
Yeah.
So your thought stopping techniques in an unhealthy way, like you can use thought stopping in an ethical, licensed, like clinician way where they're helping you like stop a spiral or whatever it is, but they do it so you don't think, so you want to stay. So every time that, oh, I'm having a negative thought about being in this organization or the fact that I haven't made any money in over 12 months, oh, that's bad. You're thinking like needs to leave, because we don't do that here. Like, we don't have critical thinking here. We just have brainwashing.
And then, okay, here you go. For $5, Doc Dino says, got some news to share. I'm no longer homeless. I got an apartment too. Maya, you missed Fluffy Dinos yesterday. We met some Aussie fluff balls. Yeah. Sorry, I was a weekend manager, so I had to work for no extra money yesterday. But I am so proud of you. Go boy boss. That is like true life goals. We stay in a good apartment here. Yeah, no shade. I'm so happy for you, Doc Dino. And so Doc Dino graduated with a biology degree, and over the summer he went to
Wyoming.
Thank you.
I think
random red
Wyoming.
state to not dig up, wink wink, dinosaur bones, because he had a dinosaur bone that he named Wintle. He wanted to find the rest of Wintle and reunite Wintle or Winkle.
Lentil.
What was it?
Yeah, lentil. It was lentil.
Lentil, not Wintle.
I don't
Lentil
know
with an L.
Yeah,
Lentil with an L. He wanted to unite Lentil with itself, and found like a whole bunch of other shit, and then got a job. I think he got a job with local something.
I want to say University of Iowa.
So if you want to go back and look at all my videos, he does talk about it in one of them. You could probably look for the thumbnail with his face on it. So, yeah. But I'm so sorry.
Doc Dino, by the way, the name is. It's a play on Kent Hovind, who also identifies himself as Dr. Dino, because Dr. Dino does not yet have a doctorate.
But he's doing a lot of shit that people with doctorates do. So that is temporary. That is a temporary non-doctor status. This time, 10 years from now, he will totally be a real doctor with a C. And we'll be cheering him on then. And, all of you guys can say, hey, I knew that guy win, because he's going to be winning awards. Like, to do what he's doing as early as he's doing it, like, it I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's big. It's big. Where are we at?
Yikes. Your job every day is to find a way to be happy, because happiness sells? No, it doesn't. No.
Smoother.
That's so messed up. I was gonna say that having your goal in life every day on some level being like that you're happy is, if the thing that makes you happy is like healthy and not pathological and fucked up,
right?
Not a bad idea. like if you're like most people, if you're like most normal people, the thing that will make you genuinely happy long term, probably gonna be a pretty all right thing to aim for. Okay, like moment, but like what my therapist asked me, she was like, "What do you want in life?" And I'm like, "I want to be happy." And she's like, "Yeah, but like, what do you want?" And I'm like, "I want to be happy. Like, I don't know what you want from me. Like, everything else is secondary to if I am content with it. Like, I can kind of do whatever, but like, I have to be genuinely content with it."
Right.
And
I mean, and the thing is, it's not even like your goal is to be happy. It's like your goal is to be my version of happy for you.
yeah. Yeah, well, because for them, they're not talking about happiness actually as its own thing in and of itself. Because they immediately, the next fucking sentence is so that you can do this.
Yeah. Toxic.
And it's like,
yes.
If happiness is your end goal and it's and like healthy things make you happy, like if you're Marquis de Sade, after whom sadism was named, then this doesn't apply, okay? Because the guy was a monster, and got pleasure just out of causing people pain. I don't want him to be happy. Bad idea. But like, these are the edge cases that. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done.
DC, did you want to jump in?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, you find this in all MLMs, and one of Thylacolian said like, oh yeah, she wants you to be peaceful, but she's screaming at you, so peaceful or something like that. And so but this kind of get in line, even though they're not necessarily the leader, they're just in the upline. There's no like, they can't do anything to you. They can't terminate you from the company, but they make it seem like they're in control. But again, it's just the emotional control that happens in cults. Manipulating a person's feelings, even bringing them back to like, oh yeah, something's wrong with my mindset. If I'm not happy all the time, I need to keep doing this so that then I can get my mindset right, and then I can actually start making the money. It's so twisty. It's so conditional. It's transactional. And it's all for the benefit of the upline.
So I'm probably going to regret this. What's an FW or WFABB girl?
Work from anywhere. It used to be work from anywhere boss babes, but then they're like, oh my God, we're feminists. Work from anywhere boss builders. That's the So yeah. Yes.
Oh God. That's awesome.
And that was a Monate team. So this girl is on WFABB. Jasmine's on WFABB. The girl who was yelling with the Louis Vuitton box was in WFABB. They're like they're a big organization that was a Monate. Then they left to go to iGenius, and then now they're doing master resale rights and other stuff.
All right. Well, welcome everybody from DC's channel. It's a little bit different. We're doing something that's a little bit different for both of our shows. I'm pretty sure that you guys are familiar with all the stuff I'm going through today. My goal primarily is to educate my chat, because we don't do a lot of MLMs here, but we do bad thinking.
Yes.
So, and also DC Epic Boss Babe helping us reach that 1,000 goal.
Yeah. And again,
not have her on.
There's a lot of bad science in MLMs, and like I know probably people in y'all's chat maybe would never cross over on an MLM again. It probably would surprise you how many people you know who are in MLMs or have MLM products in their home. But in terms of the health and wellness MLMs, they're running wild with claims and stuff, and people were harmed during the pandemic because of it, and they're still being harmed because they're not going to medical professionals to get help because they've got their supplements and their super patches and they're all this other shit. So, oh well.
You guys know that taking a nap actually resets your vibration? Some of y'all just need a nap, right? You just need a nap.
Need a nap. God. Dramus. What the hell?
I mean, you just need a nap. So this is right up our alley, though, right? Like, yeah, you just reset your vibration, take a nap. What's going on over here, doctor?
Oh, I love this.
Wait, is this gonna like get the channel flagged?
No, it never does.
Okay,
it never does on mine. So
let's go.
I just wanted to say, yeah.
See me? I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria.
Yes. She
I had to do that.
Thank you.
Where is that from?
It's also warm and welcome here now.
Yeah, and I hope everyone from Illyria feels welcome.
Oh, thank you so much.
That is what DC always plays.
Yes.
Yes.
Jasmine's gonna be like, girl, why are you telling the team to be horizontal again? You always want
I mean,
yeah, you don't get to sleep in MLM. You don't get to rest in MLM. You don't get to go to your kid's birthday in MLM. You better work. The amount of people who've missed their kids' birthdays and missed their kids' school events.
Oh my God.
Bedtimes and missed their kids' like whatever performance at school for multi-level marketing and going to Zoom calls and going to like in-house shows is wild. It's wild.
You know what's wild? Like they're always telling these chicks like, you need to do X, Y, and Z so that you can be at home with your kids. Like you can have the life you want. You can finally be happy.
Yes.
And then
you don't get to. You spend the rest of your life getting yelled at on a Zoom call because you have to do power hours and you have to do motivational calls and you can't be trusted to work on your own because obviously you're contributing to your upline's bank account. So yeah, you are highly controlled in my opinion. You don't have a lot of time to do anything else. They say, oh, it's part-time. Nothing in MLM is part-time. Literally nothing in MLM is part-time. Ugh.
All right, I want to show where we're going to be. It's kind of crazy, like what they do. I'm just going to end this and then start.
Every firework and twirl and package it together, making sure to leave out anything that doesn't make your heart race. Then they sell you the dream and tell you how you can't miss next year's event. You have to build financial freedom starting today, and they want to help you do it because they care.
So she was, she says that she was part of like top tier MLMs. Like she was at these events. She was one of the speakers, and it's kind of so crazy to hear like how she got out. Like she was like, well, you know, I thought it was just this MLM, and then I joined 2 more.
Yeah.
So then I figured out, oh, it must be all the MLMs.
Term sacrifices for long-term gain, and even don't give up on your dream. I took selfies, bought planners, and wrote down my every goal and piece of content I would post over the next month to hustle for the dream. I did my miracle mornings and expected a miracle. I never put my phone down and was always on.
She must have been in Mary Kay because in one of the MLMs, she must have been in Mary Kay because miracle mornings are a Mary Kay thing unless other MLMs have picked that up too. Holy shit.
What is miracle morning?
It's like where you're getting up at like 6 or 5 in the morning and you're getting on calls with people and like you're doing all this stuff too. You're doing all these tasks. It's just a way to, I don't know, for your upline to control you. It's just beware of Weasel.
2 hours from Skeptic Spin, who again will be on here next week. Can't wait. Thanks.
I attended exclusive team retreats and earned corporate trips and prizes. I got to speak at events and never missed a monthly sales quota for over 5 years. I built a team and had dinners and special retreats and photo shoots, and I believed I was the ultimate #girl boss and was going to help other women lead the way and build a bridge to financial freedom.
So is that Mary Kay?
That's Body. The one of them she was in was Body. And then
Okay, gotcha.
that picture of her and that other lady, that's Autumn Calabrese, one of the super trainers in Beachbody. She doesn't.
Beachbody. Okay, yep.
Yeah, yep. So she doesn't. This lady, the hammer and chisel, whatever shirted lady, she doesn't keep up her certification for personal training, and she doesn't believe she should because she reads a lot. And yeah.
All right.
Yeah. She reads a lot of like super brainy things, Dr. Tapp, like, science studies about stuff that have nothing really to do.
Yeah, but does she though?
Yeah, I don't know. She shows a lot of pictures on Instagram.
Know how long she thinks it takes to like read a scientific study.
Yeah, in between her working out and I don't know.
When I read a paper in my field that like I know about and everything, if it's a 4-page paper, it's a physical review letter, for example. Yeah. To read that and give it the attention that it deserves is an hour and a half affair. It's 4 pages. Yeah, okay, it does not take me 4 pages. Rather, it does not take me an hour and a half to read 4 pages.
But how long does it take you to post a picture of yourself reading to Instagram?
Yeah, and don't you want to say you're a hormone specialist after you've taken an uncertified course about whatever she's doing now? And then you can just post. Doesn't that make you a PhD in something if you just post a lot of pictures to the Instagrams?
So for other people, maybe I actually have a PhD. So
But Dr. Tapp, I mean, if you haven't posted about it, do you really have one? Come on, man.
Take away. No, I don't want to hear what you take away.
What the heck?
What's going on? Is that you?
Yes, it is me, because my phone started making noise suddenly. I apologize.
I even got to be on those stages and accept awards. So where did it go so wrong? When I got to peek behind the curtain of the 1% in 3 different companies, and I realized, wait, it's not the company, the system.
It's not the company, it's the system, which is so funny.
Yeah, it's the compensation model. It's how the money flows. It's unethical, in my opinion.
It is, but
in other sales jobs, in non-MLM stuff, if you have a sales manager, they make a commission off of your sales, okay? But they wait 30 days after the close of the month to make sure everything's inputted correctly, and then they get their paycheck. They get money into their account in MLMs as soon as you buy from the company. So they could talk you into buying $400 or $500 worth of product. They get their commission immediately. So it's very different. I think it's unethical. It's twisty. It's a power imbalance. It's lots of stuff.
Oh God.
Is designed to fail.
So $55 changed our lives. And I love this because how much money could you talk about how much money they have to throw into the business?
Yes.
Before they get anything out of it?
Okay. So, I'll just say in Mary Kay, in my perspective, I signed up for $99 and I got a little kit. I then received a phone call about a day later from the director saying, are you thinking about doing this full-time, part-time? Did you just get the kit to be able to get a discount? And I was like, no, I want to do it as a business. And she's like, okay, well, you're going to need an inventory. And we have inventory sets of 600, 1800, 3600, whatever, 80 something hundred and like 9900 or whatever. And which do you think is right for you? How much do you think you can sell? So they tell you, oh, you can start for this amount. That's not necessarily the case in inventory heavy programs. Now, Young Living, it's monthly heavy inventory, but even in Mary Kay, you had to do a certain amount every 3 months to stay active. And and you're spending at least, if you're not doing anything, if you're not selling anything, I think it's $250 over 3 months. In Young Living, you have to spend $100 every month to be able to stay active as an active leg for your upline. And if you are not an active leg, meaning Maya's my upline, right? And Dr. Tap and I are under Maya. And Al's under me. Okay?
Hold on. No.
Are you going to derail the stream? Like
Dr. Tap.
No, I spent time writing this earlier.
Dr. Tap has mutinied and taken the top spot. Okay, so.
Oh, whoops! Sorry. Didn't mean to do
There
that.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. What are you talking about?
Let's say I don't make my monthly order. I cut off Dr. Tap's qualification for his rank because he needs a certain amount of legs to rank up. He needs a certain amount of volume, and I cut off all that volume by me not placing that order. So you're incentivized. Yeah.
Which is, it's crazy because you have a trucker working for you. You're able to move a lot of volume.
That's true. Which is why I would never miss a monthly order, because I'm committed to Dr. Tap's, progression to the very top of his multi-level marketing scheme. I mean, company. Sorry. Yeah, but they're small business owners. They're not. They're independent contractors.
Wait, cult is the accepted term in the chat here.
Yes, commercial cult is kind of what the cult experts call multi-level marketing companies.
Yeah, but this is the weasel cult.
Oh, got it. Oh, sorry. In all honor of our highly favored and bright shining Dr. Tapioca Weasel, my apologies.
Who, of course, I worship the queen goddess Maya.
Okay.
I know where my brain's about.
Fair.
Yeah. And then he is the head goddess acolyte, and for his services, I have afforded him a small cult of 200 people.
Nice.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Marketing, then it's worth it. An MLM's biggest weapon that they can use against you, and that they do use against you, is shame. It's the shame that when you're in the cult, when you're in multi-level marketing, it's a shame that you're never doing enough, you're never working hard enough, you're never being enough. You need more. You need to do more. You need to help more people. There's always a mission that an MLM is trying to perpetuate as to why they're helping people, as to why they're helping save the planet or save people's health or whatever it is. There's always a mission, and they use that.
Oh my God. And that reminds me of like when Al Trucker, I don't know if he's still here, but introduced me to DC. And when like one of your first streams, you were talking about this cult and they were upset because they were like, well, I just really wanted to help the orphans. And, I was just like, why are these considered reasonable thoughts?
Logical.
Do you remember which one I was talking about? I'll put you down here.
Yeah, so they there was a lot of times multi-level marketing companies will partner with like charitable organizations to try to convince people to buy more products so they can donate it or save the children or like feed a child or whatever it is. And some, I don't know if it's Optavia, there's a multi-level marketing company that makes meals. Like every time you buy something, they will give a meal to a child. And it's like an appeal, not an appeal to pity per se, but it gets twisty to convince you to buy something when if you didn't have that incentive, you wouldn't have bought that. It just gets twisty. But yes, a lot of MLMs do that.
It's crazy.
That as a weapon to guilt you into staying, into working so hard, working yourself to death practically, bugging your friends and family because you have a bigger purpose now. And so it's that shame that like, I'm never enough, I need to do more, I need to not be negative. There's so much toxic positivity in the culture that it completely represses you from, it tries to repress you from feeling anything other than positivity, happiness, and joy, which completely denies the human experience. So
and it's an either or fallacy. You're either going to be happy or you're going to be sad if you're not choosing to be happy. And also in MLMs, like they really do create like a black and white worldview. They use guilt and shame as control mechanisms. It's it's wild. It really is wild. And that's not only in MLMs. It's in businesses, it's in religious it's in cults, and a cult can also, a high control group can be like a family. A family unit does count as a high control group, which is pretty wild. So yeah. Happy birthday, DOG.
Hey, Doug, we're so happy that you made it another trip around the sun with us. Happy birthday. Welcome, welcome.
When you do start to feel things like guilt or be unhappy or anger at what you're seeing happen, or maybe that what you've been told is going to happen isn't happening, all of a sudden you're thinking, oh wait, I'm being negative. And so you're completely repressing all your normal human emotions under the guise of toxic positivity. And
Yeah, no, anything negative is, it's kind of like why I wanted to show the girl earlier is talking about like the law of attraction, and you gotta if you want positive things, you've got to attract them to you, and you gotta take a nap and reset and have positive vibes. It's all that like toxic positivity.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of law of attraction. I'm not a fan of manifestation, because my thought is, okay, let's say you think positive thoughts and positive things come to you. So what happens like when negative things come to you? Is that because you were thinking negative things would come to you? Like, no. If it's a rule for one thing, it has to be a rule for everything else. And the other times that it's not about positivity, it doesn't flesh out into logic for me. So I'm just not a fan. If you are a fan in the chat, live your best life. Just don't teach it as like science or a sure thing.
I think, and again, I know that there's a lot can be said from your outlook on life. But to be positive against, when negative things happen, you need to feel it. You need to process through those emotions. I don't think you need to be a negative person where, nothing's ever going to work for me, and like have that, like, I think that it can be a self-fulfilling prophecy, but I don't know. I just think Americans generally, like, we don't know how to handle emotion.
Right.
And we do this to each other, not even just like this MLM thing where like it's like a tool to control you, clearly.
Right.
But just in general, I'm saying this to people all the time where like, I don't know what to do, but I'm here for you. And I've been there for people who just needed to cry.
Right.
Like we didn't have to say anything. Like I was a safe place to cry when they didn't want to do it alone.
Yeah. And I think it's like,
I have no idea how much that helps somebody.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people are uncomfortable when they're around someone who's dysregulated. And I think like opening your mind, or you're reimagining what it is, like you're allowed to be dysregulated, and what can I do to help you? Not to fix you. Can I sit with you? Can I hand you a Kleenex? Can I, whatever it is, and you can like be okay with the idea. And it's tough because if you think about it, a lot of times people are like, oh, you're upset. What's wrong? Oh, you're upset. Can you stop being upset? Can you stop like whatever?
Right.
And you see that in MLMs a lot.
Yeah.
Isogenics and Arbonne. Arbonne is yep, you're right.
Tab, did you want to say anything that doesn't derail the stream? Okay, that's a no.
MLM doesn't just use that shame against you when you're on the inside. They use it against you when you're on the outside, because you start to wonder once you leave, oh my gosh, did I make people feel this way?
Yes, you did. Like, almost certainly. Like, I don't know how you get into, like, there's like 2 MLMs that you noticed that she was in. I'm like, is there any way to get that high on the totem pole and not make people feel that way?
Very rarely. I mean, sometimes you have an influencer who gets in and people have developed this parasocial relationship with that person.
Mhm.
And then they are like, oh, I'm going to be on your team. Example, there is a home design vlogger, whatever. She has an account. She was my upline. I ended up joining someone else under her team. I didn't really know who she was at all. people join her. She was enrolling about 500 people a month.
Wow. What?
Yes. It was wild. It was wild. She's been the top person in Young Living for a long time. So yeah, the people were joining her because they're like, oh my God, I can be close to you if I'm on your team. And you can run into that situation. And another situation when you're clawing your way to the top, you can make people feel like she's talking about.
Okay. Okay. So it can be done, just usually isn't.
Right. Right. I'm just saying, like, there's a situation where it is possible. That would be like the outlier, I guess. And then a lot of times it's the other way around. It's what she's talking about in this.
So from the other two girls that we showed, like how many people are more like that? Are they outliers too?
Like the yelling and stuff.
Yeah, the girl bosses.
Oh, that's more common. I mean, the amount of Zoom calls I've watched where we get reprimanded. I say I sneak into a bunch of Zoom calls.
Mhm.
They're like yelling and screaming and like, WFAB was notorious for this. Basically, and Jessie Lee when she was alive, you know, stuff like that. Yeah.
Can I sneak into Zoom calls and cause a hot mess?
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'll let you know when I'm sneaking into the next one.
Yeah, I saw a bunch. The Zoom calls weren't quite as entertaining as the
Yeah, Maya, I
MLM
can
sales,
tailor
but-
this stuff for the show. Okay, I can bring in all the memes. I can accuse them of anti-magnetology. You know, oh no, sorry, pro-magnetology. You know,
Yes. Disrupt the chat. We would love to see that. We would love to see.
I'm good at 3 things in life: Mario Kart Wii, physics, and upsetting chat.
Nice. And your hatred of magnets. You're good at 4 things.
He's really good at hating magnets. I mean, that is
Yeah.
true.
Yes.
I make people feel like they weren't good enough. Did I not try hard enough myself? Am I giving up too soon? Will I be seen as negative for speaking out? And it's all this shame that just compresses you down and it breeds silence and more shame. And so you never really hear, I haven't really heard the top 1% speak up, but I have heard others who have left speak up. And just their own stories, I could see my...
Like, have we really heard from, like, are there, say a lot, but are there people that left LMMs, like, from the 1% speaking up?
Not a ton. I mean, Aaron Bees does. Aaron Bees was a top leader in Prove It. There's some people who are top that haven't said any, that might have spoken up, but Aaron Bees was a top person. She was a car earner. She was, I think Julie Joe was a top 2%er of Arbonne, and she's an anti-MLM creator. So there's a few, and I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more out there. In live chat, if y'all know, drop them in the chat.
Action really started when I remember in, I think it was 2016, I was at a retreat with my upline who made over $3 million a year. And there were a few others there.
That's crazy to me. Well, I guess if you're making 30 to 50,000 a month, or I mean, I don't even know how to do that math in my head.
Yeah, so 100,000 a month would be like $1.2 million a year.
Wow.
So, like, you know, 300,000 ish, 200 and something, 280 or something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
Who were in the Millionaires Club as well. And I remember looking around at everybody in the retreat. Like, I was so excited to be there and get to be around like these people that I viewed successful. Because keep in mind, it doesn't matter if you're making $1 or $1 million in multi-level marketing. It's never enough. It is never enough. Your best will never be good enough. And you always need to do more. You always need to reach the next tier because it's going to be better up here. You're going to be able to experience a better life up here. You're going to be able to do so many more things. And it's not true. And
Nope.
Yep. Correct.
Nope. No, you won't. Free. No, you won't. Sorry.
We're all over here talking about different things.
I know. You put it on the screen. I'm allowed to react to it. Just saying.
Yeah, that was my only comment. But yeah, I mean, that is the MLM. It's just like anything under owner isn't good enough, and you'll never be owner. So
yeah, I think it's also tied into like this prosperity gospel. I know there's a bunch of like atheists, all like the different types of people in the chat, but in MLM specifically, like they blend business with like spiritual concepts.
Right.
And so they promise wealth like as a form of divine blessing. So when they are not growing their income, they're failing spiritually.
And actually, when I was watching the thing about why are there so many MLMs in Utah? And this isn't just a Mormon thing, but they were saying that, Mormons see that like people who have money are blessed by God. So, they're more likely to trust people with money, which is so weird to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. They're more like ethical, moral, whatever for some reason, which is just wild. It's super wild.
I think it's kind of like Job. It's just like, well, God favored, like Job was the most pious or whatever in the land. And so God blessed him with all of these things. And it's like that kind of mentality that if you're good, God wants to bless you.
Yeah. If you're good, if you tithe, if you like do everything you're supposed to, in the prosperity gospel, it gets extra twisty with like positive thinking mandate, which is like when critical thinking is discouraged in exchange for or in favor of unwavering belief in success. And so then that goes, success is like the ultimate in everything. Yes. Yes. Yep.
Is she very anti wait, what was it
Amy
again?
is our science guru in our chat, and Make Wellness.
Oh, the Make Wellness is the Gwyneth Paltrow's Badgewater.
Oh no, different. Make Wellness is peptides.
Oh,
so they make all these claims about peptides, how they're gonna fix everything, and Amy's like, that's not what that paper means. That's not the science of that. And so they get a lot of things wrong frequently.
All right. Apparently I got some part of the Bible wrong. I'm just going to apologize profusely and never bring it up again. So I don't know if you know, but like somebody was on Joe Rogan saying wrong things about the Bible, and Dr. Kip is unhappy.
Well, I mean, Dr. Kip is, a proper scholar of the topic. So
Dr. Kip was actually part of the scholars that went out when the Dead Sea Scrolls were found, and like did a lot of the.
That's his specialty. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's a Dead Sea Scroll scholar. That's what I'll tell you. Not entirely sure what that means, but if you get anything in the Bible wrong, he will Dead Sea Scroll your ass. Don't do that in front of him. So that's pretty much what I learned.
Also, he's adorable and I love him.
Oh, he's amazing. Yeah, friend of the show. We're going to have to, well, he was in here not too long ago. We're going to have to get him back on. And so he can speak truth to power, because, he's one of those government shills.
We stand government shills on this channel.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay. It's in my
contract. I just looked at everybody and I was thinking, why aren't any of these people happy? They're making 7 figures. Like, this is what we're told brings the financial freedom. This is what we're told we are working so hard for, and nobody was happy. Throughout the several days we were at the retreat, we never left the house once. It was like a mansion that my upline had rented, and we never left it one time, not even to go out to a dinner. Because
and that's bullshit. So her upline, which you can kind of think of it as a boss, but it's just the person that recruited them.
Correct.
Yeah, the person that directly recruited them is their upline, which is kind of like a boss. I mean, like anywhere else in a normal business, that they would just be called a boss. Like, my manager, my manager, supervisor, whatever, the person that hired me. They rented the mansion. Now, like you saw like these lavish parties that the company pays for them. Like the company couldn't pay for the goddamn mansion. Like the upline had to rent it.
Yeah. The upline pays a bunch of money for stuff like that, to have individual like motivational team stuff going on. There's a lot of work to keep people in and happy.
Yeah. And which I understand, like they have to do, and it's probably a write-off or whatever.
Sure.
But I don't know. It's just when you're in an actual business, and like our corporate, so my regional, like stay, like whenever she comes to see me, she's like staying in a local hotel that's not too far on the company. Like she doesn't have a company credit card. Like they do all of this for her. And it's just like kind of.
So you're telling me that your regional doesn't have to pay taxes on all the trips that she takes with her company, because
for the company that the company requires of her.
Yes.
Yeah. For her to maintain her relationship with everybody under her.
Yes. In MLMs, that all counts as deferred income and you get taxed on it every year. All the trips they take, all the ones that they quote unquote win, just deferred income. So a lot of them get surprised at the first year that they've won a trip, and they're like, what is this? Well, deferred income.
Oh yeah. And there was another chick on here complaining that they don't tell you about that.
Yep.
Like a lot of it's like, if you don't report your income quarterly, then you get penalized at the end of the year, or at the beginning of the year, beginning of the following year. And just nobody thought to mention that.
Nope.
You know, it's like, no, it's just like, oh, you got some money. You want to reinvest in yourself. Meaning buy more products. Like not give the government what they're going to request so that you don't have to pay extra taxes for trying to shirk your, you know.
Yeah.
No, like none of that. No, just give me my money. And you know they're doing it, like at the point that they're at that point. But no, at no point do they ever tell you.
Right.
There's no financial advisors. There's no, you know, and all of the books they tell you to read, and all of the calls you have to attend, and all of the trainings you have to attend, none of those are financial.
Correct. They're all motivational. They're all toxic positivity. They're all keeping your mindset. And it's all through the lens of whatever the hard thing you're going through is something that you need to go through. And the hard thing is failing at MLM because your mindset is broken. It's like one circular thinking. And also it's a type of destructive influence because you're not really you're not able to retain your authentic self in cults. You end up becoming like a Borg, whatever, you know. You will be assimilated in cults for sure.
Oh no, it's this one too. What's going on? My upline in I thought it was a company, and when I switched to another company, I found out, oh no, it's this one too. What's going on? My upline in my last company that I was in was making $30,000 to $40,000 a month. I saw her statements. I saw them. She was so stressed out. I can't tell you how many leaders in the top 1% that I saw get so sick and have to be hospitalized from illnesses caused by stress. Like doctors literally couldn't put their fingers on what exactly was happening, why they were so sick. And they couldn't, none of the doctors could say like, oh yeah, it's this thing, you have this disease, yeah. They all told them, I think you're stressed. I think this is from stress. That's really.
Yes, I never get told any of that.
Yeah.
Nope. And I think that people don't realize like how much stress takes a toll on the body.
Yeah, it absolutely impacts that.
I mean, your brain can basically cause any problem.
Yeah.
Okay, not.
Well, I mean, yeah, no.
Well,
your brain can make you think you're pregnant when you're not, right? I've seen that happen.
Your brain probably won't just make your heart stop working, but like if you get a bad enough shock, maybe it's to rule out.
I want to say that depending on how old you are and how sick you are, I may have seen that more than having worked in a funeral home.
Yeah, I
think I've seen that more than once.
It definitely stress can trigger a cardiac.
Well, and I'm not saying that was stressed. It was just, you know, your brain, you know, when it's just like, and I don't want to get into specific examples of like people choosing to die. But I'm not sure that, yeah, I mean, maybe not the three of us in our current state, but.
If you are perpetually stressed at like an epic level, which can mean a lot of things. Like if you think that you're livelihood is on the line every day of your life.
Yeah. No, we know for a fact that stress causes health problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, blood pressure, all of these things. It's not good. Like, I suggest mindfulness meditation.
I actually do meditate every day because I can tell you how absurd my job is. It's just crazy. I have to meditate every day. But then also, man, I remember one time being so stressed out from work, telling my boss I was really stressed out from work, and she was just like, "You need to prioritize more." And the following, like 2 days later, I broke out in hives. I didn't even know what I have. I'd never had hives before, and when I looked into it,
does she mean that in like you need to prioritize more and like take care of you?
No,
or
she
you
meant
need
that
to
in a fuck
prioritize
you.
more and
No,
like fuck you work way?
fuck you
Okay.
work more way.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Because,
And again, Jillian, you can meditate. Ooh, sorry, I have the hiccups. I think that most people people get really frustrated thinking, "Oh, I can't clear my mind." It's the fucking goal. If you could clear your mind, you wouldn't need to meditate.
Yeah, it's very hard. I'm not good at explaining it. So I only started a productive, helpful meditative practice after several years where multiple people, mostly my psychiatrist, was saying, have you tried this? And he never pressed the issue, which is one of the reasons, like, because I never did it until eventually I tried it a few times and it never worked.
We're in the
And then
middle
I
of a
found a
stream.
way
You're
that
going to
worked.
have to make this more concise.
Sorry.
No, I mean, and I never do a good job of explaining meditation on here, just because there's never enough time. But I think the way that meditation is described is really bad for the general public. You don't have to clear your mind to meditate. It's not a requirement. You can meditate without clearing your mind. It's totally fine. But we're going to move on.
Scary. And I started to look around and think, wait, why are we like preaching this lifestyle that it's going to get better and better once you get up to this rank? Because obviously it doesn't. Obviously, it's just.
All right, that's not the part I wanted to go to.
And myself, when I was in it, as no different than those indoctrinated into a cult. And I believe them to be victims. The story of how I got into network marketing. I want to be clear that I don't believe the people in these companies are evil. I believe them to be victims. And I will make some other videos talking about psychology behind why I believe them to be victims, why I look at them as, and myself when I was in it, as no different than those indoctrinated into a cult. And
so, I mean, you do this more than I do. Do you share this thought like they're victims and not?
Yes and no. I think that they're victims and perpetrators at the same time. So when you get up into the higher levels, like, because I was in MLM and I recruited people into it, I made the choice to do that. I didn't really know as much as I do now, but I still brought people into a high control group. So I think they're victims. We came in, we got brainwashed. Is there a level of like, did we intend to do that? I personally did not, but I can still say, yeah, I contributed negatively to this person's life. And like, even though I didn't know what I was doing, and that's just my opinion. I'm sure other people have different opinions. But yes, I think they're victims. I think that they've been taken advantage of. I think using the bite model on somebody, using coercive control, using deception to get people into a group is fuckery. So, and that does, like, they are victims in that sense, the people who get signed up for that.
Yeah.
I want to make very clear that the people who I believe are evil are the companies themselves and the CEOs at the top. I was a hairstylist from a very small town in Missouri, and I had left the church for many reasons after I went through a divorce in my early 20s. I had probably been out of the church for about 5 years or so. And having been raised in church and with that church community and, you know, the community that you see every single Sunday where you give each other hugs and it's all great. I miss that. But I was not going to go back. And what do you know? Enter network marketing, enter MLM.
So she left the church for very specific reasons and then joined an MLM and feels like she found the reason she left there, is what I took from that.
Yeah, I think when you grow up being part of a large group or like plugging into a large group and then you suddenly like lose that, and this is, I don't know, someone who's better at science can explain it. Like your brain doesn't love change. And so it wants to like go back to familiar things.
Yeah.
And so that you see that with addiction, you see that with like people, whatever, who are used to like getting a dopamine hit from something. Go
I
ahead.
feel like you see it with almost everything.
Yeah.
The desire to sort of go back to what's familiar is.
Yeah. Our brain likes things static, same. It likes to know what to expect. Brains hate change.
And the scary thing is, let's say you leave a cult, let's say you leave a commercial cult, let's see, whatever it is, the chances of you within the year of you leaving joining another one is insanely high. I don't remember the percentage, but on Freedom of Mind, it's wild. So like if you get out, just know like that could happen. So you can talk to your therapist about it. You can like think about it, but the amount of people who rejoin is wild.
Yeah. Or even the ones where, like when we were looking at those 3 women that left Beachbody, like they took their entire teams and joined other MLMs.
Yep. Lindsay Matway, the top selling Beachbody person from 2011 and 2012 or something like that, she just took a huge chunk of her team to Make Wellness. So top leaders who she had stacked into and she had built up in Beachbody, a lot of them, a significant chunk of them went to Make Wellness. So they will take all their people with them.
Yeah. I mean, because that's their team. And especially if you're like downline, like that's your family. That's all you know. Like,
yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. I mean, it's your bank account. It's your money you're earning too. So
yeah.
they want to do that.
So I wanted to, I know we were going a little bit long, but I wanted to finish up with this because like this, I've seen a couple of different people talking about it, and like I'm going to try to get through without crying because it chokes me up every time.
Changed their bonus structure to abide by FTC regulations in July of 2017. Bonuses were required to be calculated based on clothes sold instead of clothes bought. After the bonus structure changed, Courtney's bonus checks started dropping. She felt LuLaRoe was no longer a sustainable business for her.
October 2nd of 2017 was officially the first mentor to leave.
So,
oh wow,
you've got to know about this one.
Yeah, a mentor is a huge rank.
Yeah. It's like the for LuLaRoe, she. Oh God.
It's a little fast. Can we slow it down a little bit?
Yeah, I did. Just slowed it down. Sorry, if it's still too fast, I can put it down. But I'm trying to get through so we can end the stream because it's been almost 3 hours. But like she got more or less kicked out because she wouldn't have weight loss surgery in Tijuana.
Yep. The lady who owns LuLaRoe, I don't know. I'm not going to give her a diagnosis, but like, holy crap, cult leader, 100%, 100% in my opinion.
LuLaRoe.
Oh man. Oh Lord.
Probably 150 to 200 pieces. So this is probably
that'd be my guess too.
Probably about $4,000 worth of clothing at $15 each average.
Like, I mean, just those 2 baskets, $4,000. Yeah. And that, like, she's in a room full of products.
Yep. And the similar thing to this and Bomb Party, going back to the beginning of the stream, you buy something in sizes from LuLaRoe and you don't know what patterns you're going to get. So you could get really shitty patterns.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's That's pretty twisty to me.
Oh God, that's almost like bomb party. Like you're just, I need stretch pants, and they send you whatever they want.
Yep. Yeah, you're just like, I want this many, whatever, and they're unisex sizes. So you're like, I want 10 leggings, and I want 10 of this dress, and I want 10 of this dress, and whatever it is, you're screwed on the patterns. You have no say, just like in bomb party.
Oh my God.
My lawsuit against them is for $50,000 for what I'm owed, and had I set my inventory back, that would have been another $50,000 to $70,000. I look back and I was like, that's what I used to make in a month, and now I can make that stretch for a whole year. We were always told, stick with it, your bonus checks can keep going up, and that's what I believed, and it did.
All right.
It did for a while until it started dipping back down.
Yeah, which again, they're trying to get them to become dependent on the bonus check.
Yep.
So that they never leave. Don't save. Don't, do anything smart with your money. You need to be dependent on that bonus check so that.
Yeah. And they try to get them to retire their partners because it's like, oh, it's the ultimate to get your partner to like be a stay-at-home, whatever, dad or mom. And then because when they leave their job, they come over to start helping them with their MLM thing, they're stuck. They're truly stuck because they have nothing to fall back on. And that is, in my opinion, that's intentional on the MLM.
It's generally to keep them there. But then when they do, it's just, like what happened with Beachbody, like, well, now we're going to take all of your way to make income, and you're fucked because you did everything we told you to do.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's when you really got scared. And that's when I started trying to really budget more then. Had I been smart, I would have been doing that from the beginning, but we were told to live a lavish lifestyle, to drive nice cars. It would attract more people. You were encouraged to take your teams out to dinners. I remember I spent $10,000 on a dinner one time.
Oh my God.
And this is what I was talking about earlier. Like, no, spend. You got to spend. You got to, you got to take pictures, post it so that people want to have this life. Because you're not going to have this life working. You're not going to have this life as a Walmart greeter. So you better stay with us.
Yep.
How do you spend $10,000 on a dinner?
It depends. I don't know how many people she invited or how many courses they ate or,
I don't.
I mean, wedding parties do it easily. I don't know. I don't know, but
I suppose.
We're breaking Dr. Tap right now.
We were taught, encouraged to spend every month, so we would be dependent on that next bonus check. So we couldn't leave, in my opinion, which was a cult.
Courtney has since filed a lawsuit against the company, alleging breach of contract, amongst other claims. After leaving LuLaRoe, she invested in her own boutique, which added to her mounting debt.
Which is so sad. Like, I can't even, the only thing she's ever done was sell clothes. And what I love about this is she got out of LuLaRoe and she was like, you know what? I want to be an entrepreneur. I'm really good at this. And I don't know what happened to Tap. Maybe he's crying already. I'm being mean, forgive me. So she's like, you know what? I just want to have like a good business. I want to do this the way you're supposed to. And she still couldn't do it because of like all this like LuLaRoe shit. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so crazy.
Yeah. Wild.
I could never pay myself for the goods that I bought back because I thought the money was going to come back to me and I was going to be able to pay myself back in my credit cards. And I had to make the decision to let my house go.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. I'm breaking because like last week we, it was kind of weird, and you won't see it in the back play because on our side and on the chat side, it said stream down due to, I don't know, something TOS, but over here, it was still streaming.
Oh, okay.
So when they decided that it was okay to let us back up, everything that had been going on in the back posted, and I'm just like, it did some shit. But I think it was because we were, it wasn't actually a TOS because like, or a copyright issue, sorry.
Okay.
Because the stream wasn't copyrighted.
Yeah.
But because it was like these stories where people were talking and we let them talk too long. And the stream was like, okay, we're going to shut you down until we can figure out if this is supposed to happen. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm stopping a lot now. We're almost done though. And where we're starting back up from is where this woman is so fucked by LuLaRoe that she has to give up her house. And
oh my God,
watch this.
Hey,
I'm Jake with High Realty. I'm gonna
hey,
your son for you.
Courtney. All right.
Thank Homer too for working with me. Thank you. I don't know where I'm gonna go next.
Oh my God.
This is what I'm saying. Like, holy shit. Like, what do you do with that?
Yeah, and then MLMs will blame you that you're the one that mismanaged your money and all this other stuff. And it's like,
Yeah.
no. You don't understand coercion. You don't understand destructive influence. You have no idea. Because like she was following the rules and trying to do right by her team, and it's
by
just,
yourself, by your family.
Yep.
Every time I see that, I'm just like,
it's devastating.
yes. Yes.
God.
Yeah, I've watched this 3 times because I'm like, don't cry on stream, don't cry on stream. But I'm just like,
Yeah. Yeah, reps take all the risk in MLMs.
All the risk.
And the businesses win whenever anyone purchases from the company. And then all the risk is placed with the reps. And you see that wildly there's an Herbalife documentary called Betting on Zero that shows just the advantage that Herbalife takes of the Latino community,
Mhm.
and then all the money that people have lost because of Herbalife. And then the LuLaRoe documentary, you see that too. But if you're tempted to say, oh well, nobody put a weapon to their head and said, you better buy this inventory. It's more nuanced than that.
It is.
It's more subtle than that. And it's also stronger than that when you start looking into cults, really, when you do. And it's not as easy to say like, oh, they should have known better. It's not that easy.
Yeah. And I fight back on a lot of like where people were like, don't blame the victim. And I'm like, are they the victim? Like, but like for these things where the model is psychological warfare, I'm not as inclined. I mean, it's one thing when we're getting into politics where it's just like, I'm not a Trump supporter. I know like a lot of how we got here was like propaganda based psychological warfare, but it's still propaganda. You still have a computer in your hand, like tethered to your hand, and you can still look up facts and make fact-based decisions. There wasn't a lot of people like pressuring you daily to, vote for Trump and you don't love me, or you're going to lose your house, or like these are all shit that they say, but they made up in their own head.
Yeah.
Stuff like this, like MLMs prey on the solitude of new moms.
Yeah.
They like make you feel a certain way, and like you're loved, and like just all these feelings that humans need to feel like a human being, to not feel like unaliving themselves. It's just like, just like these basic things that we know, like they prey on those insecurities so that you will give them money. And it's I don't know. I do feel I'll give them the status of victim, and I don't think they have the ability to look into why they shouldn't do this or what they are psychologically doing to their quote unquote friends.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's very complex because you know, let's say, even if you're like, oh, well, why didn't you look that up? Why didn't you do this or whatever? If you're getting recruited by your friend, you don't think your friend's going to fuck you over. You don't think the pastor's wife from church is going to like, oh, well, the first lady of church or whatever, like she can't have bad intentions. Or your teacher friend at school that you've known for 10 years, like, oh, like we have a relationship, we have a bond, we have trust. And so that trust fills in the gaps sometimes of the questions you might ask, and it's tough because, or even with your family, they'll tell you a fact or they'll tell you something and you just believe it because it's like, okay, why do I have to check every single thing you say? It's, you know, it's very twisty. And love bombing happens to MLMs target vulnerable people. And people want connection. They really do. And like love bombing is used to like create a sense of belonging and acceptance, something that humans want. And then new moms isolated, taking care of a new baby, and then they probably aren't seeing the people they were seeing before. Their work position may have changed, and it's just everything's twisty about MLMs. In my opinion, MLMs are cults. So
Yeah. I want to say we maybe not have gotten to this from every creator tonight, but like everybody has showcased came to that conclusion. Now, again, not a comprehensive study, certainly not going by the bite model, which, you know, we could do in a different stream at some point if people want to see like MLMs according to the bite model. But I think that we've shown sufficient information to show that like these are just like not sound investments. And if you were looking to do something for money, maybe keep looking if an MLM crosses your path.
yeah. And again, just as a reminder, 99.6% of people lose money, don't make any money, or go into debt in multi-level marketing. So next time you're like, oh, this is great, or someone's convinced me this is great, one, take 48 hours to sleep on it, and then also remember a very, very, very small percentage actually make money in MLM. And if you think, well, I'm the one, the statistics show you're probably not the one.
Yeah. Yeah. But DC, thank you. And again, everybody, please here, I'm going to put DC's link in the chat. Sub to DC.
Thank you.
She's on the road to 10,000.
Yay. Thank y'all for having me. The chat, you've been wonderful and informative, and
and she got us to 1,000, which I'm really excited about. When I'm like girl boss goals, I'm like, I like what we do here is like showcasing creators. Like I try to find them in their element so people can kind of get a feel for who they are, what they do, and so that they can make the decision within 2 hours, which is hard, but you know, whether or not they want to go over and sub themselves. You know, so it's my own way of kind of, you know, joining with the community and showing, you know, off different creators. And you and everybody in the community, you're doing God's work. So keep it up. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been great, and I'm happy to watch you continue to grow and, you know, debunk science shit every Sunday. So
Thank you. So actually at this last part, we usually go who are you, where are you, and what do you have coming up this week?
Okay. I'm DC. I'm in Texas.
No, like, do you do Shitter? Do you do Blue Sky? You're on YouTube.
Where are you? I'm on Instagram and YouTube. YouTube's where I'm at most of the time right now. I'm actually, so I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram and YouTube. Say hello to DC on both Instagram and YouTube. And this week we've got some general like multi-level marketing stuff, and then live reactions to MLM reps in the wild just participating in fuckery. So lots of fun streams coming up, probably 3 or 4 this week.
All right. And do you have anything planned, or do you just kind of go when the feeling strikes you?
I go when my chronic pain allows me to. So I schedule them out, and then I don't end up putting them up because kind of rescheduling all the time. But normally they're in the evening. So normally they're after 7 p.m. Central. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday type of thing.
Okay. Cool. And all right, yeah. So I think I'm on Black Free Thinkers tomorrow on Skeptic Haven, and then yeah, we'll be back next week with Skeptic Spin, and he's probably gone to bed by now. But I do want to thank everybody for coming here and hanging out with us. We were over 60 for most of the stream, which is not, I'm not at 8,000 sub person, so we usually do lower than that. So I'm so grateful to you coming through and sharing your community with us. Oops.
Happy to be here. You paused up a little bit. You're just frozen in the pyramid. What do you call it? Pyramidlandia or pyramid?
Pyramidlandia. Yes.
Pyramidlandia.
Behold, Pyramidlandia.
Yes.
This is where I am streaming our pyramid scheme stream from.
Nice. Love it.
It's either that or the other one I liked was me being surrounded by money.
Nice.
Money.
Either one. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. All on brand for multi-level marketing pyramid.
Exactly. So let's see. Keep my videos. Oh, yes. All right. So we will see you guys next week. Bye.